Live from Art Hooper Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union High School in Grass Valley, California, Touchdown Productions, simply the best in high school sports television, is proud to present the CIF Sac-Joaquin section, Les Schwab Tires Division I football playoffs. Tonight is a repeat of last year's second-round playoff game. The Nevada Union Miners take on the Napa Indians for the right to play for the city championship game right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. There are only 8 teams still playing football tonight in the Sac-Joaquin section, and we have 2 of them here at Hooper Stadium as the Nevada Union Miners host the Napa Indians. Good evening, football fans, and welcome to the second round of the playoffs. I'm Jim Adams, along with my partner Marty Mortensen. Our producer-director tonight is Gil Dominguez, and of course the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team. We're here and ready to bring you tonight's playoff battle. And Marty, they say if you are practicing football on Thanksgiving Day, then you're having a good season.
That's right, Jim, and both of these teams have had a good season so far, advancing into the second round of the playoffs with the second consecutive season. The Indians arrive with a 10-1 record and look to avenge a playoff loss last year to the Miners, who are sitting at 9-1 for this season.
You know, Marty, and this year it's the Napa Indians' turn to travel to Grass Valley on our National Day of Thanks.
And not only that, but the Indians have to travel some 3 hours from Napa, but the weather has turned since yesterday, and the rain has continued for most of the day today, making this field another factor in tonight's game.
And, of course, in the outside of the northern bracket, we have a big showdown tonight between Grant and Granite Bay, playing at Grant to see who will meet the winner of this contest. And we'll continue our pregame show from Hooper Stadium and take a look at the playoff grid after a word from our sponsors. You're watching exclusive coverage of the Nevada Union Miners versus the Napa Indians second round playoff game on the Touchdown Productions NorCal Game of the Week Sports Network. The NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by Liberty Motors. Gary Alkenbrack offers you the latest automotive technology for Dodge, Chrysler, and Plymouth with a selection of cars, trucks, and 4x4s on site and ready to drive home. That's why Liberty Motors is solving your transportation needs.
Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. HBE Rentals has expanded, which means more room for the professional rental equipment that you need. And rental manager Greg Arthur is always there, so you'll find the tools to get the job done right. Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals.
Suburban Propane. Suburban Propane is everywhere they play football in the foothills. In Grass Valley, Auburn, and Colfax. They've built their name and reputation on customer service, and that's why they've been named Nevada County's best propane company for the 6th straight year. Suburban Propane, delivering propane your way for the last 76 years.
Burke Home Loans. John Red Burke is not your typical loan officer. John is trained and an educated loan expert, ethical, honest, and straightforward, so you'll have no surprises at the close of escrow. Perhaps that's why John Burke was voted Nevada County's best loan officer and Burke Home Loans, Nevada County's best mortgage company.
Placer Title Company. Larry Ingersoll and Sally Vigil remind you that when you purchase or refinance property in Nevada County, only you have the right to decide which title company you use, and Placer Title gives you peace of mind in all your title and escrow transactions. Placer Title Company.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being presented by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in high school sports. This is Marty Mortensen along with Jim Adams saying thank you for choosing us tonight for your family's home entertainment across our NorCal network of stations, including the Comcast Sports Network.
Marty, we have an excellent game on tap tonight. 2 very evenly matched teams. The Nevada Union Miners versus the Napa Indians, and it seems like it was just a year ago that you and I made the 3-hour trip to Napa, and this year the rematch is in Grass Valley.
And we're looking forward to an exciting game. The Indians like to run a triple option offense and have had great success this year, averaging 42.4 points per game. And the key to their success is quarterback Ted LeMaster, so watch for him tonight. A 6'1", 205-pound junior. LeMaster has completed 70% of his passes this season for 1,655 yards and 17 touchdowns, and is also the team's leader in carries with 90, having rushed for 364 yards and 12 touchdowns. So look for him. He's the key player tonight.
I think it's almost imperative that if Nevada Union is to prevail tonight, that's one of the things that they need to do is contain LeMaster. But along with LeMaster, he's complemented by some pretty good running backs, isn't he?
Yeah, senior Andrew Frazier is the team's leading rusher with 610 yards on 70 carries for an average of 8.7 yards per carry. And they've also have another runner by the name of Lyndon Fowler, who has been a strong rusher, carrying 78 times for 581 yards and 10 touchdowns. So two big running backs to look for, and with the field being in the condition that it is with the rain we've had all day today, it may turn into a grinded-out running type game today, Jim.
Yeah, it's fairly widely believed that Napa's offense is a little bit better than their defense. However, their defense posts some very strong players. Lyndon Fowler going both ways, playing linebacker. And in addition to that, Gabe Guastucci and Matt Dare are all strong people defensively. Let's take a look here at the grid. We'll first take a look at Division I. Tonight, here we are at Nevada Union, seeing Nevada Union against Napa. And Marty, another excellent game is the other game tonight, Grant against Granite Bay.
And you saw what happened earlier at the end of the season when Granite Bay came up strong against Nevada Union. Now here's the south section where we got Lodi is going to go up against number 2 seed St. Mary's.
And St. Mary's, that's no stranger to us. They won the whole shebang last year.
And then Pittman takes on West, and so those two will meet next week in the semifinals.
And you saw the first 4 teams and the second 4 teams, and they will meet finally for the Sac-Joaquin Championship. Likewise, of great interest is Division III, Marty.
Yeah, Colfax and Sonora tonight are playing at Sonora. Colfax has to travel to Sonora, and Manteca travels up to Bear River tonight. That ought to be an exciting game, and the winner of those, the 2 winners that turn out tonight in Division III will then advance to UOP next Saturday.
So, of interest is perhaps that there could be a Colfax Bear River rematch coming up here shortly. The NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by Casey Wood Corporation. The Casey Wood Corporation serves the needs of the professional contractor in Nevada and Placer counties. And Mark and Kevin Casey, along with Brent Frazier, are happy to be part of the NU Turf Committee to create a new Hooper Stadium. Casey Wood Corporation.
Mike Bratton, State Farm Insurance and Financial Services. Mike knows a winning team like the Miners when he sees one, and that's why he's assembled a winning team for you in the insurance and financial business. So when you work with Kathy, Karen, Bobby, or Sarah, you'll know you've been working with the best. It's Mike Bratton, State Farm Insurance.
Golden Green Equipment Rentals. Fall is definitely here now, so it's time to get those projects finished and cut that firewood with the help of Golden Green Equipment Rentals. At Golden Green, you'll find brand new John Deere tractors for your lawn and garden needs, along with trenchers and walk-behind tillers. It's all at Golden Green Equipment Rentals.
B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. It's time to clean it, fix it, and paint it with B&C. Now featured at B&C is the Green Thumb Outdoor Hard Surface Sweeper. This sweeper, heavy duty, is motorless, noiseless, and it picks up rocks, cans, leaves, grass, and more. It's on display at B&C True Value and Garden Center, where they're there to help you, and they're just around the corner.
MBI Ready Mix and MBI Landscape Supply. MBI Landscape Supply, located across the street from MBI Ready Mix, specializing in U-Cart concrete service, and has many different styles of unique forms of landscape materials on display and ready for delivery. MBI Ready Mix and MBI Landscape Supply.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being presented tonight by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in high school sports television. Remember, all of our sports telecasts since 1997 are now available on DVD. So if you have played any high school sport and you're on the NorCal Game of the Week, just contact the Touchdown Productions office to see if we have your game. So it's Touchdown Productions, proud to be a part of your high school sports community since 1997.
Marty, we had a little bit of a chance to preview Napa. Now let's take a look at Nevada Union. Offensively, they're just about ready to peak, aren't they?
Yes, they are, and they've after being with the team tonight, they seem very confident. Not overly confident, but they are confident that they'll be able to give this team a real run for their money as they did last year. If they can get off early and put some points on the board, I think it'll turn out just like it did last year.
One of the keys to Nevada Union has been a fast start. In games like Sheldon, like Grant, where they've had a fast start, they've been able to, it would almost be safe to say, prevail easily. However, tonight is another question. I would have to think that one of their goals, if they started defensively, was to get Napa to go 3 and out.
And I think that'll be a big key. The defense has really been putting on quite a show the last few weeks of the season, and there's no question about it that they'll be out here playing hard. I think the winner of this game is going to be the team that has the fewest turnovers tonight, Jim.
That's probably a really good observation, and with Nevada Union playing well offensively last week against Sheldon, their defensive effort was almost flawless.
Yeah, and speaking of the offense, Chad Mason looked very, very good last week, throwing the ball to Noxon, and Mike Apple had a great game. So I look for that same sort of offense to coming out here tonight and taking charge of this ball game.
For Nevada Union, a 9-1 record on the evening. For Napa, a 10-1 record on the season. And so these two teams fairly well matched against each other. The captains for Nevada Union tonight, number 3, James Brinley, number 7, Chad Mason, number 15, Mike McLean, and then number 54, Andrew Jackson. Talked to Andrew Jackson before the game and said, what does Nevada Union need to do to prevail? And he said, we just need to play our game. Indeed, Coach Humphers said that they had an excellent week of practice this week, and so they feel especially well prepared for the challenge that Napa will be bringing tonight. The NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by A to Z Supply, Ace Hardware. A to Z is your only local Ace Hardware store in Grass Valley with a wide selection of hardware products for your home and business, including generators, garden tools, and plumbing supplies. And owner Dan Wheat is always on hand to help you with the toughest projects. A to Z Supply and Ace Hardware. And now let's go right down onto the field.
Gentlemen, introduce yourself to each other.
Ramey, Chad, nice to meet you. Ramey.
All right.
Ramey.
Mike.
How's it going, man?
Okay, gentlemen, you're the captains tonight. We're out here to play football. We're not out here to talk across the line. We're not out here to use our helmets. We're out here to use our pads. Big sportsmen, leave the ball on the ground or hand the ball to one of us. It's going to be muddy tonight. So give us the ball, save us a little time in that respect there. Work together, help each other off the ground. Do not push off each other tonight. Penalties, I will give the best penalty to the captains first, then the alternates after that. Okay, NU, you're the home team. Napa, you're the visitor. Silver dollar. Tails, heads. Head, tails. I want you to call it.
Tails.
Don't call it tails. I'm going to flip it. If I drop it, I'll reflip it. What is it?
Heads.
What is it?
Heads.
You win the toss. What do you want to do?
Defer.
You want to defer.
So Nevada Union defers.
Which goal do you want to defend?
Now, your NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten tonight by Statewide Homes. Statewide Homes are your exclusive full-service Fleetwood manufactured homes dealership. Family operated by Sherry and Scott Murray. Statewide Homes really means full service. From just purchasing a home to a complete home design. Check out their website at www.statewidehomesca.com.
Premier Flooring Coverings, Dan and Julie Grattan welcome you to the world of beautiful floor and window coverings. Premier is the only official Mohawk factory store in the foothills, and their newly remodeled showroom features many large displays of popular hand-scrubbed hardwood floors from maple, birch, oak, and hickory. You're sure to find what you want at Premier Floor Coverings.
Jerry Chan OD and Lisa Moon OD. Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon specialize in family vision care and offer thorough eye examination with Optimat technology, which scans the inside of the eye, producing images of the retina, which can then help map any changes in your vision. Just another way Jerry and Lisa look after the health of your most precious gift. Jerry Chan OD and Lisa Moon OD.
And we'll be pausing here for our national anthem, which will be brought to us tonight by the Nevada Union Choral Ensemble as the players line up on the sidelines and face the American flag. Some of the Napa players out on the field, and both teams with large squads tonight. And so to honor America, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Our national anthem, and we'd like to remind you that the NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Plaza Tire is the official repair facility of the NorCal Game of the Week. They always keep us up and running, so you don't miss a single game, and Plaza Tire can get you in and out in a hurry as well. Plaza Tire and Auto Service, professional auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being presented tonight by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in high school sports television. Remember, you can now subscribe to the NorCal Game of the Week with the Touchdown Productions subscription service. Just contact the Touchdown Productions office and we'll set it all up for you. The Touchdown Productions subscription service, just another way we serve our NorCal sports community.
And we're just about ready to start this game. Matt Moran, Nelson Saldivar, both deep for Napa tonight, and they're going to change ends here real quickly as Nevada Union comes out on the field. Nevada Union will be defending the west goal here to start the contest. And a little bit of a change. Andrew Frazier and Nelson Sandovar deep. So two of the main people that the offense runs through are deep here for Napa. Kicking off for the Miners, Dante Punteri, and we're just about ready to start this contest. And here we go with the opening kickoff. A squib kick rolls in that mud and is recovered there at the 30-yard line by number 20, Hayden Campo. So Napa will set up there on the 30-yard line, led by quarterback Ted LeMaster. Marty talked about his statistics, 1,776 yards on the season, and a 70% completion percentage. We'll watch for the option here. And Nevada Union, there's some movement there. We'll see whether Nevada Union was offsides. A little bit anxious. And it is offsides against Nevada Union, so there will be 5 yards, and that'll bring up a 1st and 5.
Kind of jumped the gun a little bit there. Like you say, they're very anxious to set a good tone for the defense, but right now they give the Indians 1st down and 5 yards to go for a 1st down.
Not exactly the way that, on defensively at least, Nevada Union wanted to start the game. Nelson Saldivar near side. Andrew Frazier behind LeMaster, and this will be Frazier. Takes the ball on the left side, right over tackle, and is buried short of the 40. A gain of about 3 on the play, and that'll bring us 2nd down and about 2 yards.
Yeah, Brindley in on that, James Brindley in on that tackle for a 3-yard gain. And with the arm of this fine quarterback, I wouldn't be surprised if he uncorks one here pretty soon, Jim.
He's good in the short range, also good in the long range, and has Nelson Saldivar and Royce Baudry as his 2 main receivers, and indeed Saldivar is wide here near side. 2nd down and 3. And there's some movement, and Miners might get the 5 yards back. In fact, it's delay of game.
That play was a little long in getting in and then getting conveyed to the offense. And the next thing you know, they ran out of the clock, and now it's 2nd down and about 8 now.
So 2nd and I'm going to call it 2nd and 7 there. Now a little bit of a different formation. Saldivar far wide on the far side of the field. And back to pass. Throws over the middle. Complete. Brindley on the tackle takes him down. And so on that play, Nelson Saldivar receives it. They're going to be short of a 1st down. Let's see where they mark it.
It'll be about 2 yards shy of the 1st down. That'll bring up 3rd and about 2.
So a big play offensively here for Napa, Marty.
Well, with the fine passing record of LeMaster's, you know that's what he's going to be doing, is up here throwing that ball.
Handoff up the middle. Looks like he gets a 1st down.
Yeah, I think he did cross his forward progress, gave him just across the 1st down marker.
So Brett Wagner on the carry there. 413 yards on the season for Wagner. Has 5 touchdowns to complement those 413 yards, and it'll be a 1st and 10 now at Napa's 43-yard line. Early on here, 10:20 to go in the 1st quarter. No score here from Hooper Stadium. The Napa Indians and the Nevada Union Miners. Short drop over the middle, complete.
That's good.
And another 1st down for Napa.
James Brindley came up, made that tackle as that receiver went down. They had one going deep along the sideline, and the 2nd receiver cut into the post and was hit right on the money by LeMaster.
John Boyette there on that reception. Napa usually tries to start off their game with a score, and it seems like if they do, that allows them to gain momentum. A good drive here started at the 45. Handoff right side, gets a few yards on the play, but then Nevada Union drags Andrew Frazier backwards. And a gain of about 4.
Gang tackling in there by the defensive left side for the Miners.
Second and 6. Field, Marty, the field's in amazingly good condition for the amount of rain that was received in this area today.
Still a little muddy in the center, but next year at this time that won't be a problem.
Handoff left side. Not too much yardage on the play there. And it looked like it was maybe Brett Wagner again. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and long. Nevada Union ineffective so far at stopping LeMaster on the pass, and with 3rd and long, about 4, here comes a big play.
Well, let's see if defense can step up and hold him here.
Nelson Saldivar Comes far side along with Royce Boudre. But this is a handoff up the middle. Looks like he stopped short.
I don't think he made it.
And pushed backwards, but that would bring up a 4th down and about 3. And let's see what happens in this situation.
Well, they're probably in 4-down territory. They think they can hold off the Nevada Union offense, and so if Nevada Union can hold here, they'll have good field position for their start of their first series of downs.
Play comes in from LeMaster. And here it is. Big play early on. 4th down and 3 for the Napa Indians. This will be a pass. Back. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. A great hit there by number 10 for the Miners. Scott Baldwin. And Baldwin made a statement there. And Marty, although it wasn't 3 and out, a good defensive stand by the Miners.
It was a good defensive stand. And boy, that was Scott Baldwin was complaining on the previous play, thought there might be a penalty against him. That was not called by the referee, and then that time he came up and hit the receiver very hard and caused the ball to go incomplete.
David Zeeler takes the ball here, gets almost to the 40-yard line. Very short gain on the play. A lot of the Miners' offense tonight will go through David Zeeler. Dennis Royal starting tonight for Nevada Union. He is probably another person that they'll use quite a bit, and sure enough, he's right behind. And this one is Royal, and he is plowed at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, he was hit very hard as Dennis Royal starts tonight, and he was met abruptly for, I think he may have...
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and long, a passing situation for Chad Mason. Back, good coverage over the middle, but through the hands of Mike Apple, and incomplete. Apple was open on the play, so for Nevada Union, 3 and out, and they go back into punting formation where Scott Baldwin, and let's take a look at that big hit there against Dennis Royal, Marty.
Oh, look at that. That just came up. That was number 22. Just leveled him. That was Andrew Frazier. There's the punt.
Kick towards the sideline, bounces and goes out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, being pursued there by Nelson Saldivar. So for the Miners, with that wet ball, that ball thrown a little bit high to Apple, went right through his hands, and they're forced to punt, and now Napa almost immediately comes back on offense.
Defense for Nevada Union didn't get a chance to catch their breath as Nevada Union offense went out in 3 plays.
Brett Wagner in the shotgun formation here, and back is LeMaster. Screen over here on this side, but the Miners sniff it out. And a good play there by Zach Mash. And not much of a gain, in fact, a loss on the play for Napa. And let's take a look at that. Boy, Nevada Union, it looked like they almost knew what the play was going to be, Marty.
Yeah, they did, and there just was nowhere to go. It was coming up for it very quickly. Was Justin Lane making that stop.
Lane had an excellent contest against Sheldon last week, but this will be a run up the middle. Not too much, but pushes the pile and does a good job. And they finally, Andrew Jackson, finally take matters into his own hands and pushes Andrew Frazier to the ground. So a nice gain of about 5-6 yards on the play will bring up a 3rd down and 6. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score here at Hooper Stadium in Grass Valley, California. Jim Adams, Marty Mortensen bringing you the action here on the NorCal Game of the Week. So LeMaster faces a 3rd and long. 2 receivers here near side. Miners show blitz, and there is that's going to be, and it's incomplete. They're going to call it an incompletion. But Marty, that sure looked like a lateral to me.
It did, and they deliberately threw the ball into the ground, and so it would try to take the defense out of their coverage, and that had potential. Had that referee not called it a incomplete pass.
I'd love to see that one again on the replay, but nonetheless, back into punt formation is Andrew Frazier. Does a lot of things, plays not only offensively but defensively, also does the kicking. And it's a short kick. It'll roll and go out of bounds. Nice kick at about the 25, and it makes it so that James Brindley, number 3, cannot field the ball. And that'll allow the Miners a chance here. 3 and out for the Indians. Miners take it on their second possession after kicking off at about the 22-yard line, where they'll take it 1st and 10. Josh Noxon, one of the main targets at wide receiver, out to the far side. Mike Apple lines up here near side along with, and here's a pass over there. And that's Zeeler. Zeeler breaks away, gets the first down of the evening for the Miners, and rumbles it to about the 37-yard line. So Zeeler, who is a very good running back, is also a good target offensively on the pass. Noxon comes near side on this play. And this is Zeeler again on a sweep. Needs a block. Royal gives him the block, but then he's cut down at the 40-yard line on a very nice play there by John Boyette of Napa.
Yeah, Boyette came up, stopped that, or else that would have been a really big gain, Jim, as Royal put up a real good block to spring him loose for a couple yards.
2nd and 6. Jesse Etlin. And Etlin gets a good gain, breaks up the middle, gets into Napa Indian territory at the 48. And Marty, he was about 1 block away from breaking it.
And, well, he was and 1 tackle away as that was Boyette again making that stop. There's the handoff, and big hole opened up on the left side, and he was off to the races, except Boyette came up and made the stop on him.
Back to pass, throws long, has Brindley, tiptoes the sidelines, complete. James Brindley at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Brindley looked like a tap dancer going down that sideline. He caught the ball, made sure he was in bounds, took 2 steps, and then went out of bounds. Nice play.
Brindley, an offensive specialist, is used quite a bit in different situations, and this is a pitch, but it's smelled out excellently by Napa, and they take him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a fake dive, and then Mason pitched out, and Brindley couldn't get any blocking or anything, and so now a timeout is called for an injured player.
Scott Presley, number 29, excellent play there for Napa, and let's take a look at this. They really smelled this out, Marty.
You can see it looked like a dive right up over the left tackle slot, but then he pitches it back to Brindley, but two defensive men right there on him. Coming up and putting the stop on him was number 47, and that's
Jeremiah Luke.
Boy, the fog is now starting to come in.
And that's going to make it even more difficult
yeah.
for us.
The referees for tonight's game, Jim. Wow, we got this timeout. Joel Miller is the head referee. The umpire for tonight's game is Jim Waldman. Linesman is Eddie Carpenter. The line judge is Larry Vaughn. Back judge is Kenny Brown. And the alternate for this game tonight is David Dredge. Here's a fog rolling in as the fans on both sides of the stadium now, including us, are going to have a hard time seeing the action out here on this field.
And it has kind of tended to come in and out as the evening has gone on, so this may lift so that we can get a little bit of a better look at the game. But we've got Josh Noxon here, spread near side. 2nd down and long. Handoff to Zeeler, tries to find a hole.
Still
carrying
driving.
Tacklers with him. They try to strip the ball, but he gets down to about the 25-yard line. Nelson Saldivar in there on the tackle, the player who tried to rip it from him, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 4.
Lyndon Fowler came up limping for the Indians.
Dennis Royal, and this will be Royal up the middle, and a good gain there by Royal, it looked like, and that'll be a 1st down. And here, let's take a look at the whatever we can see.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's good. Let's see. I don't even see where he was going, or I can't even see the field now. There he goes, driving through the center.
And up the middle, another good gain there by the Miners. And on the run, and that will be Dennis Royal, number 36.
Jim, we just got a first quarter score with 3 minutes left to go with the Bear River and Manteca game. And it's 7-0 Manteca.
Bear River going to have their hands full tonight. And here Nevada Union on a second down and about 4. Royal behind him, but this will be Zeeler. Zeeler tries to find the hole, but there isn't one there, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give it to the Indians. They are filling those holes that normally open up big time for the Miners.
Andrew Frazier on the stop there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. So really no gain. Mason brings the play on in, looking for a pass in this situation. He has both Mike Apple, Jesse Etlin, Josh Knox in here near side. And this is a run. This is Zeeler. Tiptoes into the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada Union. So the Miners break the ice. And David Zeeler takes that ball, dives into the end zone. And Nevada Union leads 6-0. And Marty, you got to take your hat off to the Miners. That was a pretty efficient drive.
Certainly was. They started on their own 22-yard line and drove it down the field. No miscues, maybe just a couple of short plays, but the rest of it was well orchestrated. And going in, it was Zeeler for the first score of the ball game.
Dante Punteri in for the extra point. These will be very important. That ball is kicked and good. So 7-0 Nevada Union over the Napa Indians. With 2:32 to play, and Marty, this first quarter's really zoomed by.
Certainly has, and here's that touchdown run by Zeeler as he goes out over the right side. Big hole opened up. There he is, and then once he sees daylight, he sees the end zone, he just dives with the ball in front of him right over the pylon into the end zone for 6 points.
So Nevada Union takes the early lead 7-0, and it should be noted that for Nevada Union, it's not only important for them to get out to an early lead, but their second half can be very trying. Before the Sheldon game, they did not score in the second half of either the Granite Bay or the Grant game. Punteri kicking off, and this one will squib also. Kind of rolls in the mud. Picked up by a second man there. Brendley in on the tackle, number 3. And good field position for the Indians as they get the ball at the 38-yard line.
So a 78-yard drive for Nevada Union here in the first quarter. And they take an early lead. But this game is still a long ways from being decided.
Nelson Saldivar in the backfield, in motion. And LeMaster wants to throw that screen again, and there he gets it. Miners miss a few tackles, and there's a fumble on the play. Nevada Union has it. Let's see. I think they're going to give it to Nevada Union.
Yes,
and they
are.
do.
Just before he went down, that ball was stripped right out of his hand.
So Saldivar fumbles.
He's pleading his case to the referee, but to no avail.
I almost agree with you, Marty. It looked like he was down.
We had a replay on that. Let's see what we got. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see.
Let's take a look here, Marty. Slow-mo.
His knee was down.
So the Miners got a break. An early break.
Now they're going to have a
ref's timeout here. They don't have any instant replay, but his knees were down when that ball was out, wouldn't you say,
I would
Marty?
say I have to go with that.
But here, let's go back to live action. Mason throws.
Wide open.
Open is Knoxon, 81. First down and dragged out of bounds. So Josh Knoxon takes the ball far side of the field, and a first down for Nevada Union.
There's that fumble. Now watch this, Jim. Watch his left knee.
His knee is
down, and then now the ball comes out. So Nevada Union capitalized on a bullet.
And this fog's getting a little bit worse.
I can't.
There's Mason again. He's going to throw, but he throws it over the head
That was
Clint.
no, that was Corey Browning.
Okay, Corey Browning. We have two number 27s, and that's 27 white. It's kind of hard to see this. And so for the Miners, a second down now and 10.
He was wide open, but the ball was just overthrown.
Royal into the game. Noxon will go far side. Miners need to get over the ball. Second and 10. Royal behind there. I believe that's the second man. No, Royal took the ball. First man through. Yeah, you know, I apologize. I apologize for not getting it right. But from where we're sitting, it's hard to see exactly who's getting the ball. We'd rely more on the monitor, but sometimes it's even worse than what you're able to see. So a third down now and long.
Going to be a pass.
Back to pass and throws. That's complete. And that I don't think is a first down.
I can't tell.
I can't see across. That was Mike Apple. So Mike Apple makes the reception there, and they stopped the clock. Well, I thought they signaled to, but the clock's running, and I think it's going to be fourth down and very short. Miners may call timeout here. We'll see. They're going to have to because Mason is still on the sideline, I would think. So they need to hurry up here. And Noxon comes out. Dennis Royal is behind. And that is Royal, I think. No. And it's Zeeler, and Zeeler's cut down short.
He didn't
I
make
think
it.
The Indians hold.
They did. Well, they're calling timeout. Let's see what they say. They may
and the
call
Miners
for a
are
measure.
saying, and it's first down.
Boy, I tell you, it looked like he didn't have any forward progress at all, Jim.
It didn't at all. In fact, it almost looked from here.
He got thrown for a loss.
Maybe that fog is making us delirious here, Marty.
Well, I don't know about that, but the referees have a better view of it. But
40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. A very fast-moving first quarter. And here's a long pass.
There's
into heavy
interference
coverage.
right there.
That interference will be called.
Oh, boy, he just grabbed hold of his jersey and took him to the turf.
And let's see. I think that was Jesse Etlin on that. Yes.
He had his man beat.
And I think they're talking about whether the ball was capable of being caught or not. But it would be difficult to tell with all the Napa receivers that were on Etlin's back on that play. So let's see what they come up with here. A critical call. And the Miners aren't going. Defensive holding is declined.
Pass interference is going to be accepted. First down.
So that should be
two penalties on that.
Halfway to the goal on that. And that will take the ball to about the 10, it looks like. With 34 seconds exactly to play here in the first quarter. Now the Miners may want to try to score in this end zone. Prior to the game, we had a chance to walk the field. This end zone that they are moving towards now is in much better condition than the west side end zone. And with 34 seconds to play, it'll be a first down and 10. And the fog almost seems to thicken.
This reminds me of the playoff game we did several years ago against Christian Brothers. Except we had these low clouds and the rain and some sleet every once in a while.
Well, it rained throughout most of the day here in Grass Valley. And combine that with it stopping, and then the fog almost cleared immediately. We had a little bit of everything. We had some lightning, some thunder. There was hail. Rained hard at times, rained lightly at times. And now the fog has moved on in. So Noxon is now near side. He has Zeeler on the far side, but Zeeler's in motion. And that ball's up the middle, and it may be Dennis Royal. And if he got anything, he may have just gotten a few yards.
Number 36, Dennis Royal.
Royal, it was the ball carrier.
2nd and long, and they're calling timeout here.
That might be the end of the quarter.
No, 15.3 seconds.
Okay.
And it may be exactly that. It may be that Nevada Union called timeout because the footing going into this end zone is far better than the footing's going to be in the west side end zone. And I'm sure that, let's face it, Marty, for the Miners, this is a very important drive.
Oh, they definitely have to score. And down at that end of the field, when we were out there earlier before the game, we were able to see that part of the field is in much better shape than the other end of the field.
Mason comes back out onto the field, but it also looks like the team doctor, and that's what it is. There's a Napa injury out there. Lyndon Fowler.
Yeah, he was limping earlier after a defensive play, and it may have caught up with him.
So that's what it was.
How could you tell, Jim?
We usually try to bring you a very good quality program, but with the fog in as thick as it is, I shouldn't say this, but we'll do the best that we can to bring you all the players that are making this game happen in this huge semifinal of the SAC championship. Nevada Union and Napa. Clock is running. Andrew Matroka, I think. And I think if Matroka had the ball, he's very close to the end zone.
And the quarter does run out now, and I think it'll be a first down.
And Marty, it's going to be even worse. It's going to be even worse for us because the far end zone is very difficult to see. And so the gun sounds to end the first quarter of play. From Hooper Stadium in Nevada, of the Nevada Union Miners in Grass Valley, California, at the end of one, it's Miners 7, Napa 0. We'll be back with second quarter action after we pause for this message. So, Marty, we've got a heck of a game going here. I think that Nevada Union has the ball at about the 1 yard line. I think that Andrew Matroka carried it last time, but I know that they're going down into the part of the field that's a lot wetter than this side was.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Jim. What you got to do now, you're going to have to give up the ghost and get down on the field because with the portable mic, I'm going to volunteer you for this because my eyes are not what they used to be, and I can't see anything anymore.
And Dave Humpers has assembled the offensive unit, and this is going to be a big play for them. The yard markers are on the far side of the field, so it's very difficult to see how much yardage is left.
The field is marked, Jim, but good luck. I know it's inside the 5.
Well, let's see. Here we are. We've got good coverage right down here at field level, and we'll have to go with this camera on this play. There's Mason. He's got Zeeler to his left, and Zeeler's in motion, but that's Dennis Royal.
Royal carried the ball. No signal yet.
And Royal got some good yardage on the play. You're going to have to stick with that camera. I think that's the best one to go with right now. And so that would be a fourth down play here, wouldn't it, Marty?
Let's see.
Yeah, fourth down.
Fourth and goal.
And they're saying 2 yards, but I believe they can get a first down. So let's see what they're going to do here.
Bear River has tied the ball game at 7-7 in the second quarter. And up the middle, I didn't see who carried the ball. The crowd liked it.
It's Dennis Royal, touchdown Nevada Union. The Miners have scored. So Dennis Royal, number 36, dominates this drive and goes on in, and the Miners make it 13-0.
Well, he's taking advantage.
Now they're saying David Zeeler. But I thought it was Royal.
I thought it looked like 36.
But we'll take a look at it. We want to get this accurate for you. I will tell you this, Dante Punteri's in for the extra point.
And no signal yet. It's no good.
No good. So Punteri misses that 13-0 with 11:13 to play, and we'll try to take a look at that touchdown run there. Maybe we can run it in slow-mo to see who gets it there. There's Chad Mason. And I think it's...
Yeah, he handed it off to the first man through.
Yeah, and that was
Royal.
Zeeler was in motion.
Motion the other way.
He didn't give it to Zeeler. He gave it to Royal. And so Royal gets that touchdown, and it'll be interesting to see how they score it in the paper in the morning, because I'm not sure the official scorers could get a good look at it.
Bear River started that drive on the
Nevada
Indians. Who did I say?
Bear River.
Oh. I just gave that score a minute ago. That Nevada Union started that drive on the Indians 47 and drove it down for 47 yards in the fog for the touchdown. 13-0 your score.
So Punteri to kick off here and nails that one down the middle of the field. Picked up, and a good run. He gets up the middle, gets by a couple of players, still running towards the end zone. Will be hit and taken down at about the 18. So an excellent return there by the Napa Indians, and they are in business with their best field position of the night.
It looks like that'll be... Let's see where they spot that ball, Jim. It looks like it's... I can't tell where they finally got him down. Well, that was a big run down the sidelines. There he goes. Big run. But then coming up and making that stop was Millhouse.
Back to pass, nothing there. Gets maybe a yard or two before he's crunched there by Mike McLean. Mike McLean in on the tackle.
Number 10, Ted LeMasters.
And he picks up about...
Mike McLean.
Let's see where they're going to mark this. And there's a penalty, holding against Nevada Union.
Got penalties against the Miners, holding.
So, just as there was a big penalty against Napa in that drive in which Nevada Union scored, here's a penalty against Nevada Union. And let's see what they take here.
There's the camera shot that has got a clear view. That must be right at the back of the end zone. There's a holding call on Nevada Union.
So let's see what we have here. I think they're kind of trying to decide whether they're going to take the penalty or not, and the officials are conferring. 10:55 to go. Napa knocking on the door, but trailing 13-0 here in Grass Valley. And at least for the moment, the fog has lifted a little bit again.
All right, more donations pouring in. Want to throw out a huge thank you.
So I think that they're trying to figure out what's the best way, and the officials have been conferring for quite a while now.
I don't think they've stepped off the penalty yet, have they? Now they're going to. I never saw them step off the penalty.
No.
That's automatic first down.
So that'll be a 1st and 10. And that takes the ball.
Now
that takes the ball to inside the 10. So that's going to be 1st and goal.
Half the distance to the goal.
So LeMaster knocking on the door here. Handoff. Big hit, though, at the line of scrimmage, and really didn't get anything.
Well, there's a late push on going up against Dan Granning. No flag.
I believe that was Andrew Frazier.
Number 22, Andrew Frazier.
And that'll bring up a 2nd down and goal. Big series for the Indians, and a big stand here by the Miners. So 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
Beaudre near side here. Handoff up the middle. Nice hole.
That looks like a touchdown. Did he get in?
No.
No, he didn't.
Stopped short, and there's a flag that comes in at the end of the play. So this could be a big call.
Got flag on the field.
And let's see what we have.
Coming up very gingerly is Millhouse. And is there? He's limping, favoring his left leg. He'll be coming out of the ballgame.
We've got a dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Napa.
Wow, that's going to really be a penalty.
And that will be post-play, so that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal from almost from the 20-yard line.
And there's a timeout on the field as Coach Humphers comes out to talk to Brian Millhouse.
Got an injury timeout on the field.
He looks like he's got...
And I think that's got to be 3rd down. It's a dead ball foul after the play. Let's see if we can pick it up.
There's that handoff over the left side, and I thought he'd got in to score, but he came up short.
And let's watch for Millhouse here. See if we see that. No, there was Andrew Jackson. You'd have to think maybe the foul was against Brian Millhouse. And Marty, yes, that is. It's going to be 3rd down and goal now from the 20. So that personal foul,
that's going to
that
take
unsportsmanlike conduct, is very costly.
And because they were going to have 3rd down and just a couple of yards to go for a touchdown.
And instead now they're at about the 19. Officials again conferring. We've got 10:05 to go in the 2nd quarter. Nevada Union leading 13-0. And the Napa Indians, who were in the process of what appeared to be converting on a score, instead pick up an unsportsmanlike conduct.
So a big play right here, Jim.
They have 2nd down, but I think that's got to be 3rd down because that was a dead ball foul, but we will see. LeMaster. Back to pass. Good protection, but a good rush now. Miners get through. Jackson tries to get him. Can't do it, but he's hit out of bounds. Short of the 10-yard line. And there's another flag. And I think that one may be against the Indians too. So Andrew Moon in on the hit. And let's take a look at what they're going to call
here. There was
a
big pass rush. Got plenty of pressure on him, and then he rolled out. Then he took off. Outruns Andrew Moon and then heads up the sideline. Now let's see who hit him. That was
Andrew Moon.
Andrew Moon comes up and hits him right in the helmet. It stops him out of bounds, but then I don't know. I don't see what happened after that. Oh, the quarterback's yelling at him. That's going to go against. It should go against.
And they're talking to the head coach of Napa there. So this is going to be another 15 yards. And Marty, this has got to be another dead ball foul. And let's take another look at that hit by Andrew Moon.
It's a good tackle, and it didn't look like Andrew said anything to him.
And, it still says 2nd down. But I think they got to get the downs right. There was a dead ball foul after 2nd down had been played, and then it was also a dead ball foul here. I think it's got to be 4th down. But we'll see here.
Well, that's two
now
big
they've
penalties.
got it. Third down now. Well, okay, so we'll go with 3rd down here.
Well, there's an offside. Looks like as Nevada Union jumped off.
Offsides Nevada Union.
Against Miners, offsides.
Allows them to get 5 yards closer. So that'll be a 3rd and goal now from the 22. LeMaster comes back in on 3rd and goal. Three receivers far side. LeMaster back, rolls, throws over the middle.
Intercepted.
Almost intercepted by James Brenly.
Brenly had it right in his hands with a complete wide open sideline. That could have been 6 points.
The intended receiver there was Andrew Frazier, and that will bring up 4th down. So a huge play here early on for the Napa Indians, and a large play also defensively for the Miners. Jim Gamble staying on in the game.
There's that pass, and boy, just stepping up in front. Boy, Brenly is going to say, why didn't I catch that one?
Big 4th down play.
Oh, there's
back
a hole.
to pass over the middle, intercepted by James Brenly. He gets it this time, and now he's bringing it back to the 10-yard line and is dragged out of bounds and piled on the near sideline. Nevada Union not only holds, but Brindley intercepts, and the Miners will take over the ball at about the 15-yard line. So Marty, a 1st and goal at the 10. The Indians move backwards, and Nevada Union takes over, leading 13-0. So that long kickoff return really goes for naught, and Nevada Union gets to take up shot. Back on offense. This is David Zeeler. Zeeler trying to go through the right side.
No, that looked like
Dennis
Royal.
It was Dennis Royal.
6-yard gain on the play.
Let's take a look at that last
interception.
pass.
Now see, he was right in the pattern. Picked the ball up and then took off for the sideline. There it is again.
Back to pass. Throws long. Almost intercepted. Had he gotten a little bit more arm on it, Josh Noxon was out there. But that ball will be incomplete.
On the defense, number 28, Campbell.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. So a big play here for the Miners after the defense was on the field for quite a while. Andrew Matroka comes on in. Matroka has not been used, I don't think, yet tonight.
So 3rd down.
But this is Matroka, grabbed by the leg, moves forward for a few yards, but I don't think he has it.
No, I think he's going to be short. They'll be forced to punt, I believe. They'll be about 2 yards short.
Andrew Matroka.
Coming in to punt
is Scott Baldwin. So they go back into punt formation. 8:39 to go in a hard-fought first half. And there it is. Nice kick. Picked up there. Good coverage by the Miners. But Hayden Campo gets the ball just on the Miners side of the field at the 49-yard line. 49-yard line of Nevada Union, where the Indians will get to take up shop here. 8:22 to go in the first half, in the second quarter here. 13-0, Nevada Union leads. LeMaster up over the ball, 2-back offense. And here's the handoff to number 22, Andrew Frazier, and a very short gain. So a couple of yards there will bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Number 10, Scott Baldwin brings up 2nd down.
Baldwin in on the tackle. And into the game for the Miners comes Kemp Stanford. So 2nd and 8. Short drop over the middle, incomplete.
Boy, threw that right into triple coverage, although he was open, but dropped the ball.
Nelson Saldivar, and that'll be a 3rd down and long. So in comes LeMaster, and he brings with him Scott Johnson. Third and long. Kemp Stanford, a junior varsity player here.
Screen
and
pass.
A nice screen over the middle. This could be a good gainer, and it's going to be a first down for Napa. So they take the ball to the 37-yard line.
Completed pass, picking up the first down.
Very well diagrammed as the quarterback took about a 5-step drop very quickly. Got a big rush and then just dumped it over the oncoming lineman, and next thing you know, they pick up a first down. So it's 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line of Nevada Union.
LeMaster, handoff right side, not too much there.
One-yard gain on the play on the carry, number 22, Andrew Frazier.
And Andrew Frazier again on that carry. Makes it a second down. He picks up a nice 3. 2nd and 7. 6:44 to go. Second quarter. 2 receivers far side.
Oh, there was a offside, I
I
believe.
think that was offside there. Number for the Miners, number 52, Jason Niederberger.
Now to point out one thing to you, Jim, that you wouldn't think you'd see in a championship game, out covering one of their better wide receivers for Nevada Union. We've got Kemp Stanford, the freshman, 5'11", 165 pounds, one-on-one with number 80, and that's Beaudry. So you'll see how he does again. I've been watching this matchup. We'll see how he does.
So
that's quite a lot of pressure for a young
Perhaps
man.
a time when LeMaster would want to use that, but instead he makes the safe call, sends it up the middle for a first down. And I think that was Brent Wagner.
First down for the Indians. Number 31, Brett Wagner.
Wagner comes out without his helmet on.
Number 54, Andrew Jackson. And number 70, Justin Lane.
And wait a minute, there. Oh, illegal motion. So there's a motion call against the Indians.
Well, they are just shooting themselves in the foot on every opportunity. They had 1st and goal with about 2 yards for a touchdown, and an unsportsmanlike conduct takes them back out, and then another 15-yard penalty.
So what would have been a first down, Marty, they take it away from them, and it goes right back to a 2nd down and 7. Beaudry comes near side. Perhaps a passing situation here. Wagner in the backfield behind LeMaster. And this is LeMaster himself, and he doesn't get much, maybe a couple of yards, and the Miners just close up that middle of the field. Napa, a team that's known to run right at you, and on a number of their plays tonight, that's really exactly what they've done, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and almost exactly 5. So another big play here. Marty, you'd have to think, though, that the Indians are in 4-down territory.
Well, this is a big play. 3rd down and about 5, it looks like. Oh, it looks like a motion. Right, that'll be another 5 yards. They are just making mistake after mistake, and they just can't get any momentum going.
Well, and you know, let's face it, this is something that they're going to have to resolve at halftime, because a 1st and goal, they pick up 2 15-yard penalties, 1 in sportsmanlike conduct, 1 personal foul. On that 1st and goal, it turns into ultimately an interception, and so they've got to clean some of this up. However, 3rd and 10 now.
Another donation coming in. Want to throw out
And it'll be interesting to see if the Miners are able to hold here, what the Indians will do. 5 minutes, 34 seconds to go. Clock is running.
This could be a pass in I formation. Nope.
No, it's a handoff again. And he doesn't get much. It's going to be a 4th and long.
Tackled by about 7 Miners.
Andrew Frazier again.
Led by
Marty,
Andrew
what
Jackson.
will they do here on 4th down?
Well, 5:09 left in the half. They'll punt the ball, I would think.
As it's a 4th and 10, really no gain on the play. The Miners slow to develop. I hope that they have the right number of players on the field. And there he pooches it over to the left side.
Nobody there.
Kind of over into Fogsville.
It's going to go out of bounds on about the 10-yard line, I think.
And Marty, for the Miners, with the exception of the long return on the kickoff, a fairly efficient, so far, first half defensively.
It has been, but I tell you, the Miners, it could be a different story had the Indians not gotten out there in unsportsmanlike conduct. 2 of them
really shot themselves in the foot on that drive.
And that really, we could have a whole different ball game right here.
So here comes the Miners at the 10-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff, I think that's Zeeler.
You got to hand it to our cameramen tonight. They are following the play. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're they're doing it.
2nd down. And no gain on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 10. Mason gives this one to Zeeler, I think. Nothing really there. No, Andrew Matroka. And Matroka takes the ball, and the clock stopped. I think that there's a penalty on the play. I think that there is a flag on the far side of the field.
For the Miners, number 9, Andrew Matroka.
Let's see what we've got here. I think that this will be against the Miners, holding against Nevada Union.
They'll take it back half the distance to the goal, and Chad Mason comes over.
Or do they want to go with the 3rd down and 10? 4:07 to go, so plenty of time for the Indians, and that is declined.
Yeah, they did decline it.
So a big 3rd down here for the Indians defensively. Clock was supposed to start, but has not. And it's a handoff by Nevada Union. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On the carry for the Miners, number 4, David Zeeler.
And so Zeeler has that carry. Scott Baldwin goes back into punt formation. And boy, they need a good kick here from Baldwin.
Good snap.
Gets it away, a good kick. The ball will bounce. Almost dies, but he picks it up and then is plowed by, it looked like, Dennis Royal.
It was Dennis Royal having an outstanding game tonight. Also in there to help out was Alan Barrows coming downfield.
So the Indians will have another chance here in the first half at the 48 of Nevada Union. 3:31 to go, so plenty of time for the Indians to start mounting a good offense.
Halftime at the Bear River Manteca game tonight. It's 7-7 at halftime.
Hard-fought contest there. 13-0 Nevada Union over the Napa Indians here.
Shotgun.
LeMaster. Pitch out. This side, trying to pursue him. Miners have it pretty well diagnosed, but he does get about 5 yards on the play.
And that Andrew Moon came up and made that stop.
Excuse me, he gets about 2 yards on the play. Ball was spotted at the 44.
On the stop for the Miners, number 33, Andrew Moon.
So that'll make for a 2nd and 8. Exactly 3 minutes to go here before halftime. Second and 8, back to pass. Looking, now pulls it in, starts to run, but doesn't get much on the play. So, you know, Marty, I can't help but reflect defensively against the pass. LeMaster known very well for the pass, but Nevada Union's doing a good job defensively.
They are. The good coverage in the secondary, no place to throw it to, and so he's got to just tuck it in and run with it, and not picking up very much yardage. It's 2 plays about 3 yards.
3rd and long. LeMaster's going to try that screen, and that is a screen, but there's good pursuit. Gets by the first man, almost gets by the second one, and is about 2 yards short of the first down.
Completed pass to
I think
Scott
they'll
Baldwin
go for it here.
in there.
just short of the first down on the stop.
So 4th, and we'll call it 3.
Baldwin.
And timeout is called by the Indians.
Indians.
And yet, in a very tense first half, yet another huge play defensively for the Miners, Marty.
They've been facing this all night, and so far they've bended but have not broken. And it looks like another good stand right here. The Miners could have good field position with about 1:54 left. We'll see what happens.
At halftime, we're going to see portions of Game 3 of the Lady Miners Volleyball against Skyline, so stay tuned for some bonus coverage here on your NorCal Game of the Week. And whether you're joining us locally on our network of stations or watching us on Comcast in Medford, Oregon, Fresno, California, the Bay Area, or Reno, we're glad that you could join us tonight for this big SAC section showdown, the semifinals between the Napa Indians and the Nevada Union Miners. A rematch of the same semifinal last year. So here it is, 4th down and 2 for the Indians. LeMaster with a 2-back offense. Miners on the line of scrimmage, and there he is. Gonna be close.
He's got it.
Let's see, it
first
depends
down.
on where they mark it.
I think he did get his forward progress, did give him a first down, I believe.
I don't know, Marty. I think they're going to mark it at the 40. If they mark it at the 40, it is not a first down.
Well, so
and they're changing right now to their defense. It's Nevada Union's ball. So Nevada Union, the Miners hold again on another 4th down play, and with 1:49 to go, you got to wonder, will they be looking for more points, or will they be satisfied with a 13-0 lead to take into halftime? We'll see. Noxon here near side. Mason. Back to pass. Throws to Noxon. He's got it. Tries to break a few tackles, but is taken down at the 48-yard line for
That'll be a first down.
And let's take a look at that 4th down play here, Marty.
Looks like it's a handoff over the left side. That's to Fowler. And No just runs into looks like Andrew Moon right there.
1st and 10 Miners.
So Andrew Frazier comes up close, but here we are, back to live action, up the middle. Big gain by Edlin. Edlin needs a block. They don't see him. The 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Miners! 19-0. And I think they lost him in the fog, Marty.
They did, because the secondary was going to the center of the field, and down the sideline there was nobody there, and he just kept it running.
Unbelievable.
I've never seen that in all my days of watching high school football.
That's going to be a classic.
That'll be a highlight reel film right there, as I can't believe there was nobody even going over to him.
Punteri in for a critical extra point. Is it good? Yes. 20-0, 1:21 to go. Nevada Union scores again. And I'd really love to see that one on the replay. Etlin's biggest gain of the season. And let's take a look at it, Marty.
Let's see what happened here. It was on the 48-yard line of Nevada Union, so that's 52-yard. But look, watch what happens. Nobody's even looking at him. And there he goes down the sideline, takes it into the end zone. Unbelievable.
Like you said, Marty, one of the strangest plays you'd seen, and hard to believe that with 1:21 to go, the Indians are going to have another shot at it. And we'll be able to watch that from another angle after this kickoff. Napa in need of a big return in this situation. Pinteri squibs it over the middle as he has on the previous ones, and he gets away and is finally hit there.
That was Campo.
So Hayden Campo. And let's take a look at it once more here, Marty, from a different angle. Here it is at field level.
Look at that. He can't believe it. No one's even within 5 yards of him.
And, you know, let's face it, Jesse Etlin has been getting stronger every week and has been a more reliable part of that Nevada Union offense. And if anybody deserves it, Etlin surely does in that situation. But here, back to Napa. Handoff up the middle. Good run there. James Brenly takes him down at the 50-yard line. And so the Indians come right back. And that's Brett Wagner.
Clock continues to run with 56 seconds left. They're going to have to hurry up.
LeMaster back to pass. This side complete.
It's going to go out of bounds.
Well defended and out of bounds. And let's take a look at that touchdown one more time. Here's Etlin coming right at you.
Yeah, look at that.
Excellent blocking. Marty, they opened up a huge hole
well,
there.
They did, and everybody went for the fake to the right side, and he just took it to the left side and then turned on the afterburners and took it all the way into the end zone. Nobody even within 5-6 yards of him.
So with 44 seconds to go here. Oh, wait a minute. There's another foul, and another foul. It's against Nevada Union.
Penalties against the Miners. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, that's
unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's
so
rare.
That's going to be 15 yards. And with 44 seconds to go, here's the Indians' opportunity to perhaps end the first half on a positive note. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line of Nevada Union. Napa already over the ball. And LeMaster probably will be using his arm in this situation. Back to pass. Rolling.
Man.
Andrew Jackson drags him down.
He had a receiver wide open in the end zone. Just couldn't get it to him as
Tackles
Jackson came up.
Bounds, and Marty, 29 seconds to go. No timeout being called by Napa. 2nd and 10, 22 seconds. We're now inside 20. And Nevada Union calls a wise timeout in that situation. They'd taken about as much time as they could, and I don't think that Coach Humphreys thought that they were set up defensively the way he wanted them.
No, I don't think so either, and he immediately called timeout, ran out to talk to his defense. As let's take a look at that replay. He had the quarterback had a receiver in the end zone as he rolled out. He was looking at him all the way, but then decided to tuck it in. But here comes Andrew Jackson, and he just hog ties him down to the ground for a loss. Big
Marty,
sack.
I don't think that I would want Andrew Jackson chasing me.
No, I don't think so. And only one thing, you couldn't outrun him.
I'd want him on my side, not the other side.
Well, this is a big play coming up right now as the time is about out here in this.
And Napa took an awful lot of time off that clock getting ready for this play. I don't know what they were waiting for, but 19.3 seconds. And there's that pitch.
Goes nowhere.
Well, there he's getting a few yards on it now, but the clock is running.
Timeout is now called.
And with 7.8 seconds to go, Napa's called a timeout. On that play, Andrew Frazier had the ball. It was a shovel pass.
They're going to have to throw this one in the end zone now because they even if they complete a pass for any yardage at all, they will not have enough time to even attempt a field goal.
And so for the Miners, who have been almost impeccable defensively in the first half, with the exception of a few plays, here comes their biggest defensive play so far in the half. 7.8 seconds to go, up 20-0. And let's see what happens here. Nevada Union especially. And here's the referee. He's coming over here. 10 seconds on the clock. He wants 10 seconds on the clock. And so, well, maybe he wants 9 seconds on the clock. Let's take a look. And this 9, is that 9 seconds?
895, that's 9.
He wants 9 seconds.
895.
And we're having some problems here with the clock. It kind of reminds me of some of the games that we've spent at Grant, Marty. And so telling him that it's 9 seconds. And they're giving him kind of a hard time. I don't know, Marty. We'll have to see once the clock starts.
It's 9.00.
So probably 2 plays left for Napa. I believe Napa has 1 timeout remaining. Now, I still think that the side judge is worried about this clock, so let's see what happens here. Nine seconds as they try to sort it out. Napa has to be a little bit frustrated with their performance here in the first half, coming to Grass Valley, expecting probably to make a little bit of a stronger statement in the first half. They have all the offensive weapons. Nevada Union thinking, at least initially, that they'd probably be more successful.
That is 9 seconds. 9 seconds.
And the side judge comes on over, and he wants to make sure. And the scorekeepers who are in the cubicle just next to us are very adamant that that's 9 seconds. So let's see what 9 seconds can bring here for the Napa Indians. LeMaster brings him up over the ball. Shotgun formation. Back to pass. Big run. Down he goes! Scott Baldwin came in and hit him first. And then on the backside was Justin Lane. Lane having a huge game last week. And the gun goes off, but it shows 7.43 seconds. And the first half, I guess it's over. So a look at the scoreboard.
I guess the referee was correct, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. With 2 quarters in the books, Nevada Union leads 20-0. You're watching this game on Comcast Sports West. So Marty, kind of and Nevada Union has left the field, but Napa is still over on the sideline. So kind of a strange turn of events, and Napa begins to retreat. The Indians having a great struggle in the first half, and it culminates now in some confusion at the end of the half. And for Nevada Union, Marty, they've just about done exactly what they wanted to do. But with that said, let's go back to the Grant and the Granite Bay game. In both of those contests, they failed to score in the second half. So this game is far from over.
Yeah, even though your score is 20-0 at this point in time in this ball game, as the Napa Indians do not want to leave the field, as the referees are discussing that clock situation with Coach Humphers out there in about the 30-yard line.
So an exciting first half there for Nevada Union, and we'd like to remind you that the NorCal Game of the Week, which you're viewing, is being underwritten by Liberty Motors. Liberty Motors is the diesel depot for all of Northern California, and new general manager Ernie Shoemaker wants you to know that with over 30 Dodge Ram diesel trucks on display, Liberty Motors is the place to turn for all of your transportation needs.
Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. Hanson Brothers Construction has years of experience and is ready to help you whether you're cutting a road or cutting a house pad. Hanson Brothers are always there to assist you. Hanson Brothers Construction, helping to build a better Nevada County, one project at a time.
Suburban Propane. Everyone has different propane needs, and that's why after 78 years, Suburban Propane knows there's only one way to deliver propane, and that's your way. Just another reason why Suburban Propane was voted Nevada County's best for the past 6 years.
Burke Home Loans. Burke Home Loans can help finance the life you've always imagined in Nevada County, and John Red Burke offers many different loan programs, including loans with 100% financing. John has one that is sure to fit your lifestyle and dreams. Burke Home Loans.
Placer Title Company. Larry Ingersoll, Sally Vigil, and all your friends at Placer Title provide you with complete title and escrow service throughout Nevada and Placer counties. That's complete title and escrow service all in one place with people you trust. Placer Title Company.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being presented by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in high school sports television, broadcasting over 31 times a week on your NorCal network of stations. Thank you for choosing us for your family's entertainment, and we welcome to our viewers on the Comcast Sports Net. We hope you've discovered that what the Foothills have known for the past 8 years, that Touchdown Production produces the best in high school sports.
And Marty, that first half was not short of excitement. I guess it probably wasn't as exciting if you were an Indians fan as it was if you were a Miner fan. However, for Nevada Union, a stellar performance defensively and a good performance offensively, and for Jesse Etland, his biggest run of the season.
48-yard run by Etland to cap that final score in the second quarter. The other scoring tonight, with only 2:32 gone, Zeeler for 78 and on a 78-yard drive, he capped that, and then Dennis Royal went in for the second touchdown of the game. So they spread it around. Noxon has come up with some big catches tonight, setting the Miners up in good field position. But
Mike Apple had a good one too.
Right.
So as they often do, it's kind of been spread around.
Seems like later as we go in the season, that's what they've been doing, giving everybody a chance and mixing up that offense. So the defense is really cannot plan anything as that they've seen in the previous games.
I can tell you this, Marty. Dave Humphers is in that locker room right now saying, you guys better concentrate on the last half of this game and score some points.
Absolutely.
With that said, the NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by Casey Wood Corporation. Casey Wood has been serving the needs of the professional contractor in Nevada and Placer County since 1990. And the Casey and Frazier families are proud to be your friends and neighbors and to assist with the new turf project, Casey Wood Corporation.
Mike Bratton, State Farm Insurance and Financial Services. Mike Bratton can help you obtain State Farm insurance coverage for your home, auto, and life. And now Mike and Ken Goforth can assist you with your long-term financial investments. Mike Bratton, State Farm Insurance and Financial Services.
Golden Green Equipment Rentals. Golden Green is your complete rental service center in Grass Valley for both homeowners and contractors. Open 7 days a week for your working convenience. Golden Green has a newly remodeled rental center complete with the products you need, like gloves, earplugs, shovels, and straps. They also have new John Deere tractors ready to roll at Golden Green Equipment Rentals.
B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The Fowler family have been serving you for over 64 years with True Value Easy Care products. So whether you're a homeowner or a contractor, and the Fowlers love to support our Foothill Sports program. B&C True Value Home and Garden Center, where help is just around the corner.
MBI Ready Mix and MBI Landscape Supply. MBI Ready Mix specializes in concrete that is computer batched and radio dispatched in a variety of colors and then delivered anywhere in Nevada or Placer counties. And MBI Ready Mix and MBI Landscape Supply are proud to support local high school activities.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being presented tonight by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in high school sports television. This is Marty Mortensen, along with Jim Adams, saying thank you for tuning in as we continue our 9th year of high school sports coverage on our NorCal network of stations, ACTV Channel 20, Seabreach Connection Channel 23, Lake of the Pines Channel 7, and NCTV Channel 11, and the Comcast Sports Net.
So, Marty, what do you think is going on in the Indians locker room here at halftime?
Well, they're probably still wondering how 9 seconds became 90 seconds, and they didn't get a chance to really go for a bomb in the end zone at the end of the game. But they've got some work to do. They've been in pretty good shape through most of the game, with the exception of with the exceptional issues with the penalties.
So we're going to give you some bonus coverage now of Lady Miners volleyball. It's the Lady Miners against Skyline of Oakland here in the first round of the NorCal Championships.
Claire Tovar back in. We've seen a lot of her in the playoffs, and I know we'll see more.
And here comes Chelsea Ulinski. Woodruff. Bain. And Reeves hits it right into the net.
Oh.
And 11-9. Skyline trails by 2.
And if you look, you'll see that with the exception of Jen Sager and Chelsea Ulinski, pretty much the starters are in right now.
And a point there for Nevada Union makes it 12-10.
Neutron really not able to get that up, and Brenda Hunter really didn't have anything to work with, chased the ball on out of bounds. But 10-12, hanging in there, and Nevada Union serving Christian Woodruff for that nice little jump floater.
Flemister. Flemister again sets. Barton. Good.
Down the line.
So a nice kill there by Ashley Barton. And Skyline takes time out. Matt, how are we looking here in this third game?
Well, obviously some of the starters back in for Nevada Union. Stephanie Bain coming in and having a big impact as soon as she got into the match, hitting 6 kills on 7 swings. Also Christian Woodruff coming in doing well. Jen Sager leading Nevada Union in assists right now so far through the second and third game, also doing a good job.
And, you know, let's face it, some of the big names, Nicole Williams hasn't seen a point tonight.
No, well, you've got to give Jen Sager, she's the setter of the future, give her some playing time in a playoff situation where, you know, she gets the feel for that pressure, that big game kind of experience. And certainly, you know, player of the year, Nicole Williams is not going to mind missing a game or two out of a match this early in the playoffs. She's got a lot of time coming up to lead the team.
Freshman Lex Moser seemed to have drawn the short straw tonight too.
Well, I think Mallory Meyer gets some playing time. Sally Hermanson, you know, they're going to kind of get her time tonight, but I think we'll see plenty of her as the playoffs progress.
And Sarah McAtee, also a very strong regular at sophomore, has not seen a point tonight for the Miners, who lead 13-10 here in this third game. Woodruff serving for the Miners. Barton finishes it off. So a nice kill by Ashley Barton, and Woodruff retains serve, leading 14-10. Well, that'll make it 15-10.
The other thing with seeing these unaccustomed play for us players is, you know, you're in the playoffs, somebody gets injured, one of your starters is injured, you've got to have somebody who can step in, who doesn't step on the court for the first time saying, oh my gosh, where am I, what do I do? And tonight, you know, we've seen Chelsea Ulinski, Kara Erdman, Sally Hermanson, Jen Sager in the set. You know, you're in the NorCal final and Nicole Williams twists her ankle and Jen Sager hasn't been in. You don't want that. You want her to set a game or two and get the feel for how to run a team for 25 points at a time.
Woodruff still serving. Miners leading by 6, 16-10. Caroline Reeves. And a good try there by Skyline. Brenda Hunter tried to return, but could not. 17-10.
Hunter's been running down a lot of balls tonight, but not having much to work with necessarily.
Skyline comes into the game with only 7 players. Ulinski. And a nice play there by Jen Sager.
Kind of winds up left-handed, and instead of just the usual dink, you see Caroline Reeves puts one down there, and Brenda Hunter tries to chase it down without any luck. But it's nice to watch Reeves play a very different approach. Well, speaking of Alexis Moser, here she is.
I guess Bob Rogers heard us there, and Lex serves up an ace.
And you know, Skyline's not at full strength tonight either. They had 3 injuries late in the season, so you know, they're just not bringing their full team there. Oh, Alexis Moser, after serving the match point ace against Lincoln, serves one in the net tonight when she comes in. So, but she'll bounce back from it.
Nice serve. Caroline Reeves.
Amber Waterford.
Ash Barton. Reeves again, and that's it. Wow. 19-11. Excuse me, 20-11. Miners lead.
And that set wasn't really even in Caroline Reeves' wheelhouse, and she was able to make an adjustment there and get a very good hit on that ball.
Sally Hermanson. Barton again, yes.
Right off the top of the block there, and Flemister, you know, able to present a credible block there for her.
Coming right on over towards our cameraman, Grady Fike.
Ross Wisniewski on the other camera there.
R.C. Cameron working tonight too. And just a reminder that we will be back for Saturday's Game 2. At this point, it appears pretty strongly that Nevada Union will continue on, and we'll be watching them as they proceed against their foe in Division 1. And a point for Skyline.
A block there for Tiara Wolfram.
21-13.
That's right. You'll be over all your Thanksgiving gluttony. Come out and see the Miners on Saturday. I think you'll really enjoy what you see.
Bain. Ulinski. Barton again. Moser and Bain. Point Miners. (22-13). And Ulinski comes out. Kristen Dolly comes in.
Sager back to serve there.
Woodruff. And that is out.
You know, the other thing you got to say is Jen Sager has really spread the ball around well tonight. It's not just been Stephanie Bain getting the kills, Reeves, Bain, Barden getting a lot of swings. You know, she's not just a one-dimensional match point.
Bain finishes it off. So Nevada Union takes the third game and the match, 25-13. Skyline makes a good showing, but Nevada Union overpowering on this night from Allied Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union in Grass Valley, California.
Well, they certainly, Skyline came up and improved on last year's performance. Was really able to make a creditable showing. Their fans came up with them. They had some support. It was interesting to see Nevada Union get to put in players we don't see much, players we're going to see in the future, and we've got the match point again here. Jen Sager serves. Nice dig there by Amber Waterford.
And Skyline battled right until the end there, Ed. They made they presented themselves well tonight.
They did. They came up and played hard, and Nevada Union top team in Northern California for 2 years. And here's the kill.
And Bain finishes it off.
She came in game 3 and had a real impact, as Matt said.
So Nevada Union, NorCal survives Skyline and will move on to play tomorrow in their next play Foothill of Pleasanton in their next game. But we'd like to remind you that the NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by A to Z Supply, Ace Hardware. Dan Weed is your A to Z, is your local A to Z Ace Hardware dealer in Grass Valley with a selection of hardware products for your home and business, combined with the buying power of Ace Hardware for quality and selection and good value. And Dan Weed is a longtime friend of Dave Humphers and the NU football program, A to Z Supply.
Statewide Homes, the latest product in the manufactured home industry is the new RV Cottage. You can find out more about this exciting new way to live at Statewide Homes. And Statewide Homes are your exclusive full-service Fleetwood manufactured homes dealership in Nevada County. Visit them on the web at www.statewidehomesca.com.
Premier Flooring Coverings. Dan and Julie Gratton are the local owners of Premier Flooring Coverings and invite you to visit their newly remodeled showroom featuring many large displays of popular hard-scrubbed hardwood floors. Also new for Mohawk are window coverings from Hunter Douglas and Comfort Tex to complete your home design. You're always sure to find what you want at Premier Floor Coverings.
Jerry Chan OD and Lisa Moon OD specialize in family vision care for over 27 years. You can trust Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon to offer thorough eye examinations and write and fill eyeglass prescriptions. They offer a selection of frames and lenses as well as special contacts for astigmatism. Just another couple of examples of how Jerry and Lisa look after the health of your precious gift. Jerry Chan OD and Lisa Moon OD.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service. If it's round rubber and it rolls, then you need it, and they have it at Plaza Tire. Mark and Mike Hauser want you to know that you can always trust the integrity of Placer Title name because they stake their reputations on it every day. With the latest tire technology from Michelin and Goodyear, Plaza Tire is your tire headquarters in Nevada City, and PT2 in Penn Valley, Plaza Tire and Auto Supply.
The NorCal Game of the Week is being presented by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in high school sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Jim Adams bringing you all of the Division I football action tonight. Thank you for tuning in tonight on our NorCal network of stations, ACTV Channel 20, Seabridge Connection Channel 23, Lake of the Pines, it's Channel 7, and NCTV Channel 11, and the Comcast Sports Net.
And Marty, although Nevada Union will get the ball to start off the second half, let's keep in mind that Napa is the highest scoring Section 1 team in the Sac-Joaquin section this year. And although they've been held scoreless, this is a very explosive offense.
They can score from any part of the field, but you got to hand it to the Nevada Union defense. They have rose to the occasion again tonight, as they've done all season long, as this defense has has taken up the slack when the offense has stumbled. But here it's 20-0, and with the kickoff and the play-by-play, here's Jim Adams.
Thank you, Marty. And kicking off here, almost looks like he's set up for an onside kick, is Stephen Oha. And let's see what happens here. And Oha squibs it. Goes into the secondary. This is Josh Noxon. And Noxon almost had a hole there, but gets it out to the 35-yard line.
It looked very promising there as Noxon saw that opening, but then he was sandwiched between two defenders and takes the ball up to the 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Nevada Union to start this second half on their own 35-yard line.
And so here's Chad Mason starting it off, and here's Royal. Big gain, 1st down yardage to the 47-yard line. Dennis Royal starting running back for Nevada Union. And that'll be 1st and 10 now at their own 47-yard line. Royal again in the backfield. Zeeler in motion, and this is Zeeler. Tries to find a hole. They grab at the ball, but he gets to the 50-yard line. And it might be important to note, Marty, that one of the positive notes for the Miners in the first half is that there was no fumbles.
Only one in the game so far, and there's a good run there by Zeeler.
Well, that was Royal.
Royal, I'm sorry.
Before. Back to pass, and
almost
intercepted.
Ooh, that was close.
Andrew Matroka over here near side.
McCaslin.
Although he was open, Marty, Napa closed quickly.
Very quickly, and McCaslin came up, almost had that interception. That would have been a big turnover.
Jesse Etlin comes into the game. Mike Apple far side. Etlin having a big first half. Fakes it.
Oh, he's got it wide open over here.
And it's complete to Apple. Apple breaks through and gets down to the 35-yard line. And Marty, I think you had that there. Noxon was wide open.
Oh, boy. Noxon was down the sideline. Nobody in the coverage on him. That was 6 points. But Royal came up with a big catch.
And you can bet that Noxon will check in and tell him about that.
Boy.
So another 1st and 10, and that's a handoff, but that isn't going anywhere. And I believe that was Dennis Royal, but we'll take a look here as he gets up.
Yeah, here's that pass, and Mason just looked over the middle and caught Royal all by himself. But boy, that was 6 points in the bag had he seen Noxon wide open with nobody covering him.
But Apple there with his second catch of the game. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11, a loss of a yard.
Oh, big hole.
And up the middle. Here he goes. It's Zeeler. Touchdown, Nevada Union. The Miners have scored again on their first possession. A fake up the middle to Dennis Royal, and Zeeler takes the ball, cuts around the right side, finds a huge gaping hole, and takes it to pay dirt, and the Miners lead 26-0.
What a hole that opened up over the right side of the offensive line, and nobody laid a hand on him. Great faking in there by Mason as he faked that handoff and then spun around and gave the ball to Zeeler.
And Marty, you nailed it on the head this, and the kick hits
hit
the upright and is no good. Marty, you nailed it on the head there. This Indian defense has to wonder what's coming at them.
Well, I don't know if they've ever seen anything like this, but all season long in their league. But Nevada Union is putting on a clinic here tonight. Boy, that was a quick 6 points as Zeeler takes it in from about. If we get the replay, we'll find out how many yards that was.
Offensive line giving a great performance tonight for the Miners. And for Napa, pretty frustrating on defense, although it's generally thought that the defense is a little bit weaker for Napa than the offense. 26 unanswered points here to start the game for Nevada Union makes it 26-0. Dante Punteri to kick off. Just missed that extra point, and that would have been important. And he lines this one. almost falls down there on the play, takes it over to the other side of the field, but James Brindley and a gang of tacklers takes down Nelson Saldivar inside the 20. Scott Baldwin in there too. And so now Napa sets up on offense, their first possession of the second half, down by 26 points, 26-0, with 10:16 to play in the third quarter. Ted LeMaster in at quarterback, two backs behind him, man in motion, and he drops back and looking on that sideline, and it's incomplete. Defending over there is James Brindley and brother Tom Brindley. And so it'll be second down, just a eyelash more than 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. LeMaster 70% completions on the season, but having a difficult time getting going tonight. This stingy Nevada Union defense. And he's going to pass again. And he throws on over here, but overthrows his receiver, Nelson Saldivar. And Kemp Stanford defending there. Marty, Kemp Stanford, a freshman, you kind of wonder why Napa hasn't tried to exploit that a little bit.
Well, you would think that would be their they might be thinking that that's a weakness, but he's done pretty well on man-to-man coverage.
Saldivar again on Stafford. 3rd down and 10. Back to pass. He's looking over on this side of the field and throws on over there and complete there to number 80, Royce Boudre. And that's a first down.
That was a nice down-and-out pass for the first down. So they take the ball out and be spotted on about the 32-yard line.
So LeMaster opens up with 3 straight passes. 1st and 10. And that's a draw.
Big hole.
Big hole up the middle. Scott Baldwin
down
there, the first one to hit him, and that'll be another first down for the Indians. So the Indians begin to move the ball. And Brent Wagner there on that carry. And let's take a look at that big hole.
Just a quick handoff to the fullback, and he powers his way up for a first down. So the Indians on a drive.
So 1st and 10 at the 44 of Napa. And LeMaster wants to pass here. Throws on over, but incomplete.
That was just a 2-step drop. Quick pass out into the flat, and just underthrew it.
So 2nd and 10. Kemp Stanford remains defending here near side. And Hayden Campo over here near side now. And this is going to be, he calls his own number, and a good gain, close to a first down. Thinks he has it there at the 47-yard line. He's in Nevada Union territory. And I think he's a little bit short. So I think that'll be a 3rd down and short. 9:12 to go in the third quarter. A good series here, and they're going to take a measurement. So Marty, Napa has come out here on their first possession and really did a great deal and has had a lot of success so far.
Yeah, they're taking the ball down the field, but they gave up that big score to Zeeler, and that kind of, I don't know, that's probably going to be the difference in this ball game, because they're on a drive right now where they can get that 6 points back. But it's just one of those things where a big mistake, and they've just let the backs just have big holes down the right side, taking in for scores. They've got a long way to come back from now, and I think it's going to be short.
Short by almost a yard. And for Nevada Union, a 3rd and 1. For Napa, a 3rd and 1 offensively. However, you'd have to think that with the score the way that it is, that they're in 2-down territory. So here we go, 3rd and 1. 3 backs. Gives it to the second one, and I think that he got the first down.
Yeah, I think he did.
And he did. So Napa continues their drive. They're now in Nevada Union territory at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10. Andrew Frazier on that last carry.
1st and 10, Napa.
LeMaster in shotgun formation. Bad snap, but comes back to pass. Heavy rush, hit, but incomplete, and a flag comes in.
Flag out on the field, incomplete pass.
Over in the passing area, a flag comes on in, and I think it will be against Nevada Union, and it's a matter of whether it's pass interference or holding, and we'll see here in just a moment. And let's take a look at this, Marty, see what happens.
He's got a strong arm, LeMaster does, and I couldn't see. Baldwin came over and had a good shot at it.
Penalties against the Miners, holding.
And it's going to be holding against Nevada Union. And so that will be another first down for Napa. Ball goes to the 36-yard line. And with 8:27 to play in the third quarter, a nice drive here by the Indians. At the 36, almost a must score in this situation, down 26-0. And he calls his own number again, up the middle, nice gain. But the Miners close it up quickly with James Brendley and Dan Granning. Our condolences go out to the Granning family who Dan lost his grandfather this week to a valiant fight. And so our condolences go out to them. Dan in here had a great game last week. Very well respected in the Miners defense there. And so 2nd down and about 5. And here's a handoff. Sidesteps the first man. Sidesteps the second one. Nice gain.
Boy,
there by number 31, Brett Wagner again.
He went through 3 tacklers of Nevada Union, and that was a big gain for another first down, Jim.
And Napa's moving the ball well. They're at the 24-yard line of Nevada Union on a 1st and 10. And let's see what LeMaster comes up with here. Single back. Baudry in motion. And he's back to pass. Has to roll a little deeper. But he's going to run now. Gets over near the sideline and has to prance out of bounds at about the... And a flag goes up on the play. So let's see what happens here. Nevada Union, usually a highly disciplined team. It'll be interesting to see who this call is against.
He was just running out of bounds. He took it down to about the 16-yard line.
And let's see what we've got. So we'd have to think that this is probably an unsportsmanlike conduct.
He rolled out. There he goes, and I don't see what happened after the play, or he just ran out of bounds. He wasn't hit.
And so yet to receive an indication here. Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Nevada Union.
That's the second one tonight.
And so that takes the ball deep into Miner territory. That'll bring up, I believe, a 1st and goal, or maybe a 1st and 10 at exactly about the 10-yard line.
Well, they've dropped the chain, so
it's a 1st and goal.
It looks like it is.
But almost a full 10 yards here. LeMaster bringing the Indians up over the ball. Their second first and goal sequence that they've had. They had one in the first half in which they could not score. But let's see what LeMaster can do here. First drive of the second half for the Indians. He calls his own number, breaks through the right side, and gets good yardage on the play.
They've run that play several times during this drive, and he almost was able to out-juke a couple of the defenders, but then he was they stopped him with maybe no gain at all there,
maybe.
Jim.
Looks like a second and goal from about the 8 now. LeMaster probably will be forced to go through the air here. However, he has a 2-back offense. Now a man comes in motion. And he's back to pass. And he looks over the middle. Wide open. Touchdown! Indians! Number 80, Royce Boudre, scores. And the Indians are on the board. 26-6. And with the upcoming extra point, they could cut it to 3 scores. Wide open over the middle there, Marty.
Yeah, he was nobody within 3 yards of him. And a rifle pass from LeMasters, and that's 6 points. Now they're going to go for 2, it looks like. They've got some sort of spread formation out there. See where the quarterback's going to line up. I don't think I've seen this before, Jim.
No. Looks like they're going to... And there he snaps it over there, and he's into the end zone.
What a play that was. That was strange.
So that makes it 26-8.
I don't think Nevada Union has seen that 2-point conversion all year.
And what happened there, which was a smart play, he had all of his linemen over there on that side, and Nevada Union still had to defend it in the front there. So let's take a look at this play.
Pass.
And you'll see here far near side is Boudre, and he will come out over the middle, cut right across, and at the last second he sees him right over the middle and wide open.
Right.
Touchdown, Indians. And now let's take a look at that extra point. A little unorthodox.
Look at that. You don't have to hike the ball between your legs. You just picked it up and threw it sidearm, underhand.
So Oha to kick off, and he squibs it on over. Nice play there by Noxon.
Boy, that was a late hit.
Hard.
Well, he was going down, and the defender came up and just fell right on top of him. Noxon's looking around saying, hey, where's the flag?
So that'll be a 1st and 10 here for the Miners at their 38-yard line. So they take up shop here. Their second possession of the second half, having scored on the first one, but missing the extra point. 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Miners in need of a response here in a long drive. David Zeeler, right side, nothing there. And there's
looked like it fumbled, and it was recovered. Looks like by the end.
Loose.
You see if the Indians, they're signaling, the Indians are signaling they've got it. Well, this will be a very big turnover. It is,
and
the referee says they do have it.
So their first play offensively results in a fumble and a turnover.
And there's an Indian hurt down there again.
And exactly what they prevented in the first half betrays them here at the beginning of the second half. And let's take a look at this, Marty.
There's that handoff that went for a touchdown earlier, and then the ball just popped out, and it's goes squirting around all over the place, and it came all the way back about 5 yards, and then the Indians came up with it. I didn't see who made the recovery, but down on the field is Nelson Saldivar.
And he's laying out flat. And they're good.
Looks like he has a cramp in his leg.
Moving and getting up there. And so for the Miners, who had to have felt that 26-0 was a comfortable lead, now are staring a big defensive stand in the face.
Want to invite everybody down to an alumni game.
That ball was out way early.
And now you'll watch it squirt to the right side of your screen as the camera moves. Look at how it still comes out to that side, but now it's 1st and 10. And this Indian team is in business, trailing 26-8 with 6:15 to go in the third quarter. Here's that reverse. It's going to be a pass. He's way down there. He's all alone.
And it's
but an intercept. Knocked it away by
And there's
Brentley, and here's a flag late. That flag goes into the secondary, and let's see what they're going to call here. A great play by James Brendley. However, there's a big flag, and I think that this one is going to be against Nevada Union.
Yeah, I think it is too. That's Tom Brendley kind of shaking his head out there. He may have hit somebody while that pass was in the air. Let's take a look at it. That was a different play they haven't used tonight. They pitched it back to the running back, and then he rolls out to the right and then throws it deep. And almost coming up with it is Brendley with the interception. But then there was an illegal receiver downfield or a lineman downfield. That's what the penalty is.
So the Miners catch a little bit of a break there. And it's a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and 15 on the play. And the Indians can sense being able to make up some ground here on the Miners. 1st and 15, Boudre in motion again. And LeMaster's back to pass. And he throws it Boudre's way, but incomplete.
Incomplete pass, ball was intended.
He had plenty of time to throw that ball, but that ball was just thrown a little bit behind the receiver.
Miners number 10, Kemp Stanford.
So 2nd and 15, throwing it over to Kemp Stanford's side of the field. LeMaster comes back in and brings with him Jake Croxdale. And they have to call timeout. So they burn their first timeout there. And you kind of had to wonder what was going on here because Croxdale comes into the game as a back Marty with a totally white uniform.
That was a very clean and brought in the play, and it may involve him. But the timeout is called. It's just now looking down on the track. It looks like it's starting to rain for the first time tonight during this ball game. We've had just about everything. We've had fog and low clouds and a little breeze, and now we got a little sprinkle coming our way.
And you see the people starting to get the plastic on them as it does begin to rain here. Still 6:03 to go in the third quarter. Nevada Union Miners lead over the Napa Indians in this SAC section semifinal on your NorCal game of the week. And it'll be 2nd down and 15. Ted LeMaster brings them up. Hayden Campo near side. 3 receivers near side. Back to pass, looks over here, has one wide open, makes the catch. Number 24 on the play.
Saldivar.
Nelson Saldivar. And that's got to be close to a first down.
That was a strange formation. They had 3 wide receivers out in the flat, Jim,
and it is really starting to come down. And it's hailing right now here at Hooper Stadium. We've had thunder and lightning here today. 3rd down and short. And there's a handoff up the middle for the first down. Steady rain. The hail turns to rain. Steady rain falling here. And that'll be a first down at the 26 now of Nevada Union. Indians moving the ball nicely. They've just cut the lead to 26-8 on their first play from scrimmage after the touchdown. Nevada Union fumbles, and the Indians are moving the ball at the 26 of Nevada Union. 1st and 10. LeMaster back to pass, throws,
the ball
incomplete.
Looks like it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. That ball went way off line.
So 4:51 to go, third quarter. Nevada Union still leading 26-8. Second and 10. LeMaster's back, throws,
nice
complete,
catch.
Nice play there. Rumbles for yardage.
Dan
And
Granny
inside the 10.
almost picked that ball off, Jim, and then it went right through his hands, right into the receiver. Saldivar again.
And Nevada Union in need of a big play defensively. However, Napa has the ball at the 11, first and 10. Baudry goes far side. Seemingly his favorite target here. Two receivers here near side. LeMaster calls his own number up the middle, but a nice play there by a swarming Nevada Union defense. Chris Whitman in on the tackle.
About a 1 yard gain on the play. Quarterback keeper number 10, LeMaster.
And that'll make it second down and 8.
Good field position.
Excellent field position. An excellent opportunity here for the Indians to cut deeper into this lead. Another handoff, big hole.
You see that hole open up over the right side?
Absolutely. Great play there. And Brett Wagner takes it deep towards that goal line. That's going to be about a third down and 4. Hail now falling pretty largely. So the field conditions will deteriorate further if this continues. Third and 4. Big play here for the Napa Indians. Handoff again, up the middle, towards the goal line.
Looks like he's going to go in for a score.
Touchdown,
touchdown.
Indians.
Boy, this what a drive on that fumble recovery.
So with 3:24 to go in the third quarter, Napa hits pay dirt and makes it 26-14. And let's see what they go for here. Whether they go for the extra point or the 2-point conversion. And Marty, they're going to go for 2 points.
They certainly are. That only way they can get back in this game, they've got a spread formation.
So LeMaster back, looks over,
but
he's hit and down he goes.
Great defensive play.
Mike McLean takes care of LeMaster, and that'll keep it at 26-14 with 3:24 to go.
First time we've called Mike's number tonight. He did a good time to do that.
Let's take a look at this touchdown, Marty.
Big hole in the middle. Kept driving his legs. Brentley came up to try to stop him, and they just continued to drive and just fell into the end zone for the score.
And here's the extra point and a big stand defensively by the Miners here, Marty.
Yeah, watch McLean come up and stop this. He tries to roll, just came up, just brought him down one-on-one. Nice job in there.
So with all of this hail that's coming down right now,
it almost looks like snow.
Boy, it
way it's floating down.
Yeah, but it isn't. And the field conditions are getting real bad. And there's an onside kick.
And it's been
and
touched.
Boy, it's going the other way. Let's see what happens.
And they get it back.
And they'll get it again. So the Indians recover the onside kick. And just as everything went the Miners' way in the first half, everything is going the Indians' way in the second half. Andrew Matroka was the only Miner who had a shot at that ball.
It went right off his hands.
Come up with it. and it is really coming down.
Down
The
now.
skies have opened up. And for the Miners, hard to say, but they're hanging on. Scott Baldwin coming into the play late. LeMaster, first down, back to pass, looks long, throws over here, but it's incomplete. Boudre was over here near side, and let's take a look at that kickoff.
There's a squibber, and it just
Off of Alan Barros there. And Andrew Matroka tries to get it, but can't. So 2nd and 10 now for the Napa Indians. And LeMaster's passing game has really picked up. Although he had an incompletion there, that's really what carried the team on that last drive. So they're coming out strongly. Here's a handoff, left side, but nothing really there. Again for the Miners, Scott Baldwin, who's had a very strong contest there defensively. And Mike McLean also in there, and that'll bring up a big 3rd down and long. Miners in a big need to hold right here. Reeling after 2 straight scores to cut it from 26-0 to 26-14. Back to pass, and there's that screen, and Miners try to pursue, and he's going to be short. He's going to be about 3 yards short of a 1st down at about the 38. So that's going to be a 4th down and long. And let's see what they're going to do here. I think they're going to go for it.
Oh, you have to. They've got to have ball possession.
And so here's a huge play, perhaps the biggest play of the season for both of these teams. 2 minutes to go.
Now
and
they're
they
punt it.
brought back. But let's take a look at what happens here, Marty. They've had several good deception plays, but they do punt it. And James Brenly is the only person back. He gets it.
About the 25.
And he's going to head on up the field, hit hard, hangs onto the ball, and is taken out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So the Miners have to breathe a sigh of relief. They stopped the Indians on that drive, and with 1:42 to go in the 3rd quarter, they take over the ball at their own 40-yard line. Marty, I didn't know that it would come to this, but I think it's safe to say the Miners really need to make a statement here offensively.
They do. They've only had 1 series so far in this 3rd quarter, and they were able to take the ball and drive down for a touchdown.
Royal takes that one. And here's
Big
Matroka. Matroka for a 1st down. Great deception there. I thought that Dennis Royal had the ball, but it was actually Andrew Matroka. And a big carry there for Matroka and for the Miners. Miners quickly up over the ball. 1.5 minutes to go here. And that is Zeeler. And Zeeler gets about 4 yards on the play. And some of the Miner offensive linemen are pretty upset on the play. Taylor Deaver talking to the referee. 1.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Whoa. Zeeler with the second man through, but tackled right behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down and almost 8 for the Miners. And Mason is in need of a passing play that's going to get Nevada Union a 1st down here. After their first drive, they really have not done much. Back to pass, good pass coverage, but throws an incompletion to nobody.
That was thrown to
an open area, which the play probably it would have been an easier catch for Napa than it would have been for the Miners.
Right.
And with 30 seconds to go, Napa has accomplished everything that they've needed to here in the 3rd quarter, and all of the momentum is going their way. Scott Baldwin, and he's going to throw a pass. Here's Mike Apple, and it's incomplete, and Napa will take over the ball. That was going to be a very difficult play there
Well
for
covered.
Mike Apple. He was well
covered. It was all the defender was all over him.
You can't really blame Mike Apple on that one. So that'll be the Indians' ball at their 48-yard line. And a 1st and 10 at the 48. LeMaster brings his Indians back over the line of scrimmage. And he takes it himself but doesn't get much. I think Andrew Jackson plugged that hole quickly, and he did. And that should be the final play of a wild third quarter.
Boy, that tells you that was.
We had rain, we had snow, and as far as the Indians were concerned, we had some lightning. They've cut the lead to 26-14. Hang in there with us. We're ready for a great fourth quarter here on Comcast Sports West. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in a moment. So Marty.
Oh boy, pretty exciting third quarter.
You take a look there at the box score, and although the Indians only outscored the Miners 14-6, they've really got all the momentum going on.
They certainly have, and that the Miners had that opening drive that they took on down the field, and since then it's been all Indians. Now to give you an update on the Bear River game, they are trailing right now in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left to go in the game, 20-14. And I also heard that Colfax is also losing at Sonora.
Wow.
So it's quite a shakeup going on here in Division III. Well, there's Coach Humphers. He's yelling at his troops, saying, "Come on, dig in. We've got to go."
And for both of these teams, a fourth quarter that they're going to remember for a long, long time. And here it is on tap on your NorCal Game of the Week. Jim Adams, Marty Mortensen. We've got a big 2nd down and 8 for Napa. They've scored 14 unanswered points and are only behind 26-14. Here comes LeMaster. Back to pass. Little screen, but not much there. Gets by the first man. And so that will bring up a 3rd down and about 7 on the play, 6 or 7. And as you take a look down on the field, you can see why the turf committee is trying to put a new field here on Nevada Union. They've raised a significant amount of money tonight for that program. But for right now, a big 3rd down and 7. Ball snapped into the dirt. Looks to throw. Stumbles away. Tries to get away, but is plowed at the 48-yard line of Nevada Union. And that'll bring up a big 4th down for the Indians.
He had his man open in the middle and just couldn't get it to him as he tucked the ball in and started to run, but the Miners closed in very quickly.
Excellent pursuit. 4th and 6. A punt will trap Nevada Union deep in their territory, and the officials are now calling a timeout. And let's see what this is about. And they're going to go for it. So a big play here for Napa and Nevada Union. A 4th down play as the rain continues to fall. And Dave Humphers has some questions. Nevada Union takes their first timeout. So each team has spent their first timeout of the second half. On a 4th and long. And for Napa, a first down would be huge momentum for them. And for the Miners, this stop would be significant.
Well, yeah, they have to hold them here to keep the momentum away from this Indian ball club. They've come on strong here in the second half.
A talented team that the Miners were fortunate enough to get out to a 26-0 lead on early here in the second half. But we're in the fourth quarter now. 10:49 to go. The Miners come back out onto the field. And Scott Baldwin comes back out again, but then he will peel off and come back to the sidelines. Fourth down, big play. Let's see if they're trying to maybe pull the Miners off sides here. Ted LeMaster at quarterback, and he drops back, and he looks, and he throws long. Batted away! James Brindley! Bats the ball away, and Nevada Union takes over. No flags on the field this time, and the Miners hold.
Boy, that was quite a defensive play by James Brindley. He's come up with some big plays tonight, Jim.
Oh my gosh, he was over there, a big pivotal play, and now for the Miners, an opportunity for them to burn some time off the clock and get some first downs, something they have not been able to do after that first drive of the second half. Handoff, second man through. Jesse Etlin again for a first down. So Etlin, who at the beginning of the second half scored that touchdown, takes this one for 10 yards to the Napa 40. .10:35 to go. Fourth quarter from Hooper Stadium. Nevada Union leads by 12, 26-14. Second man through.
Zeeler.
This is Zeeler. Zeeler for a first down, pulling tacklers with him to the 20-yard line. So David Zeeler, who fumbled in the third quarter, takes that one to the 20. And Nevada Union has a 1st and 10 at the 20. Let's take a look at that, Marty.
Big play, big hole opened up as he carried two tacklers with him, and they got the ball all the way on down to about the 20-yard line.
And it may be that they're looking for a dry ball here. And the line judge, again, talking with Dave Humphers, and Humphers showing quite a bit of emotion there. And there's a delay in the game, 10:17 to go in this contest. And there the clock finally starts. 1st and 10. And here's Etlin again, trying to weave his way through. Goes out of bounds at about, let's see where they mark it, the 14 or 13-yard line.
Good play calling by Nevada Union as they're shaking it up, moving it around, giving it to the different running backs.
And a lot of misdirection there,
Yep.
Marty, where you don't really know who has the ball. Royal again in the backfield behind Mason. But that's not Royal. That's Matroka. Touchdown, Nevada Union. The Miners have scored. 32-14. Andrew Matroka takes that ball for 13 yards and to pay dirt for the Miners. And so they have an 18-point lead. And with Dante Punteri in for the extra point, have an opportunity to make it 19. And they're going to go for 2. And Mason, wide open.
That's Matroka.
It's good, Matroka.
Again.
Andrew Matroka picks up 8 quick points. And the Miners stretch the lead to 20, 34-14.
Boy, pretty exciting game, huh, Jim? Where it looked like the Indians had the momentum, they put 2 quick scores up on the game.
And all of a sudden they get the ball and the running game just takes off, Marty.
Yeah, watch this handoff right there to Matroka, and he just goes over the left side, drives, nobody gets a hand on him once he got through the line and takes it on in. Untouched into the end zone.
Junior Andrew Matroka has had a very strong season, and Dave Humphers has relied upon him more week after week, and he picks up not only the touchdown, but the 2-point conversion. So give him 8, the Miners 34, and they lead Napa by 20 with just a little bit more than 10 minutes to play. And this ball goes up the middle.
Almost recovered by the Miners, but the Indians able to fall on it. Good hustle.
So
by Royal
9:58 to go. And Dennis Royal, what an all-purpose player he's been tonight.
He almost recovered that kickoff.
And, you know, whereas last year the Miners had 2 main running backs, this year Dave Humphers has really spread the running game around. And there's a flag, I think, for too much time.
A delay of game, looks like. Oh, no, they had...
Too many men in the huddle. So 5 yards backwards. And a 1st and 15. And a huge offensive sequence here for Napa, and for the Miners, a good defensive stand could very well shut this down. Back to pass, over the middle.
Oh, it's intercepted.
And he's got some open field, heading down the sidelines, taken out at about the 20.
Dan Granning.
Dan Granning, number 15, makes the interception. So, excuse me, number 12, Dan Granning takes it. Marty, huge play here for Nevada Union.
Just stepped right in front of him. Good coverage. Picked it off and took it down the sideline. Picks up an additional 15 yards on the return. Another hole.
And a big hole there.
That's Royal.
For Royal. And Royal stays down. He's injured.
It looks like he hurt his leg.
Gets up slowly. Still has the ball. And the clock is stopped, I guess maybe for Roy. And he's holding his left arm. And
here's the hand. Now let's see how he hurt his arm. It looks like he fell on it right there. Yeah, he's in.
And into the game comes Jason Weathern. Jason has not seen any action tonight. But he does now. Oh. Big game! Weathern!
Is he short
almost
of the touchdown?
In.
Yeah, he is short.
He's at about the 2. So he blasts through the right side of the Indians' defensive line and takes it down to about the 3-yard line. And Marty, if Nevada Union can punch this in, I would say it would be pretty close to over.
I think so. There he hands it to Weathern
again, and he can't quite get any yardage. So Jason Weathern gets his first chance and gets a huge gain.
Holding on to that ball with both hands.
And this may be a time where he'll rest Dennis Royal a little. And Matroka, that workhorse comes in. Etlin comes out. And so handoff, left side, close to the line. Touchdown, Nevada Union. Andrew Matroka has scored 14 unanswered points.
Actually, it's 12 for him.
Well, but he got the 6 and the
13.
2.
You're right. Now he could get. They're going to kick the extra point now or make the attempt. You see him just powered his way on the back of one of his linemen.
His strongest game of the season. Spotted, kick, good. 41-14. And what at one moment had become a nail biter, in almost the next moment takes on the appearances of a blowout.
41-14 your score. We'll take a look at that touchdown as you watch. Before the touchdown, this is Weathern. And he kicked, yeah, they took it down to about the 2-yard line.
And let me say this, Jason Weathern has been a real hard worker for Nevada Union for the Miners all season. Last few games has had a little bit of trouble holding onto the ball, and he did a great job on that drive. And here is Matroka rumbling right towards you.
Let's see who he had in front of him. Big lineman. I couldn't see who it was.
And
but
whoever it was, he sure used him, Marty.
See if I can see his number when he gets up. No, couldn't do it.
And here's a squib kick up the middle. Breaks through, but oh
he just
my
hammered
God.
in there by Mike McLean again. Whoa, boy, did he hit him. Good tackling in there by McLean.
8:33 to go.
14, Jim Gamble. Bear River score update, playing Manteca. Bear River 7, Manteca 20.
No.
So Bear River, Manteca, it appears as though Manteca is beating, and so in addition to that, Grant is leading Granite Bay 14-7. Handoff up the middle, little bit of a gain, being grabbed by Miner tacklers. Jim Gamble gets a piece of him. Wagner on the carry. That'll be a second down and about 5. Handoff. And a big hit there.
That was Justin Lane.
Justin Lane.
Right in the backfield. He broke through his block and got into the backfield before the running back had a chance to take the handoff.
Lane had a huge game last week against Sheldon and is following it up with a good game here tonight. Seven and a half minutes to go. Back to pass, throws, complete, first down for Napa. Taken down, I think, out of bounds and into Nevada Union Miner territory at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was the sophomore Kent Stanford made that tackle. New clean uniforms coming into the ball game for Nevada Union.
Beaudre being defended by Thomas Brendley this side. But here's a handoff up the middle and a big gain. First down again for the Napa Indians. Inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. And a penalty at the end of the play. May have been a face mask.
It could have been.
And I believe it is against Nevada Union. Face mask against Nevada Union.
Penalties against the Miners, face mask.
And that'll be a first down.
Let's see if it was intentional or was it they're going to only step off 5
5-yard
yards.
variety. So a 1st and 10 here for the Napa Indians.
Oh,
there's movement. But a handoff. Several flags, so that'll be a motion penalty, we would presume, against
illegal motion called against the Indians. That'll move them back 5 yards.
And with 6:54 to go in the game, and the Miners leading 41-14. Napa is in need of a quick strike, and then as they did on their last kickoff, get an onside kick.
But they're starting to move again in the wrong direction as penalties continue to haunt this Indian offense.
Marty, it really, in the first half, it destroyed a couple of their drives.
It did.
LeMaster, he's going to throw long. He does.
Oh,
but
nice
batted away.
Play in there.
I think it was Scott Baldwin, number 10.
No, I think that was, let's see, let's check it out. That was, It was 10.
Scott
but
Baldwin.
You got both 10s back there, Stanford and Baldwin.
And I think it was Baldwin that got the deflection there. But let's take a look here.
Let's see which number 10
see.
got it. No,
it was
no,
Stanford. Excuse me.
Yeah, come on. Give that young man some credit.
There was the white 10 rather than the gold 10.
He's been doing a great job up in the JV team as a sophomore. Nice.
And there's a hit.
Oh, nice tackle in there. Boy, what a play.
And that really upset LeMaster. He jumped up there. Jim Gamble comes in and just plows him back at the 45.
Nobody blocked him.
At
he
the
just
42.
Full steam came in and put the tackle on him.
Let's take a look at Gamble there. Where does he come from, Marty?
He came right in from between the tackles and the tackle and the guard on the left side. Big play. Nobody blocked him.
So here it is, third down and about 20. The ball rolls, gets through one man, but then
that was Justin Lane. He got by, but only picked up maybe a couple of yards.
Gamble again there on the fourth down.
And that'll bring up fourth down now.
And what does Napa do in this situation? Fourth and about 20.
They'll be going for it.
And the clock is stopped.
Here's that hit again by Gamble. Boy, he just leveled him. Well, this is the game right here for the Indians.
And the clock starts. And fourth and about 20. LeMaster comes in, takes a long time to call the play. In shotgun formation. Good snap on this one. Over the middle, but incomplete.
What a
James
hit.
Brindley.
And
he's going to throw a flag.
For that, he'll hit him in the head. Oh, the crowd doesn't like it, but you go back and take a look at it. He was in a very vulnerable position, and Brindley came up and just hit him high.
Let's take a look.
That's
Fully
very
extended here, Marty.
Yeah, he was. That was very dangerous. Look at that. Oh,
I don't think so.
No, it looked like
way.
a pretty good hit right there.
That was a good hit. He led with his arms instead of his helmet. And this crew has not really impressed me much tonight. Here they are in another moment of confusion with all four of them out there wondering what the next move will be. We've had about 6 of these scrums tonight, and maybe he's getting help from another official, but I doubt it. And they will call the personal foul on a push by James Brindley. And if this is the best that this section has to offer, I think they better dig deeper into their talent pool. Let's take another look at this.
It looked like a pretty good. It looked like a pretty good hit.
And take a look at this. He did not lead with his helmet. Came up with his hands.
Oh, right!
And just
in the
blocked
chest.
him down.
No, that was Brindley's got nothing to be ashamed of on that hit, because that was a legal hit.
And maybe we should send a tape of this game to this officiating crew, because they still haven't figured out how to march the ball off. And we'll have to see if that's an automatic first down.
I don't know if it is or not.
I don't think so, because they haven't moved the stick, so it's fourth down again. So what would have been a first down for the Miners becomes a fourth down now for Napa. And that's the handoff up the middle, first down. Close.
I don't know if he made it or not there.
Yeah, James Brindley is saying first down Nevada Union.
It's going to be close.
And we'll see if this crew can get this one figured out.
They have to call for a measurement.
They're going to call for a measurement. 5:05 remaining. Fourth quarter, Hooper Stadium in Grass Valley. We've seen a little bit of everything tonight. We've seen the Miners jump out early. The Napa Indians make a courageous comeback. We've seen rain. We've seen hail. We've seen a lot of mud, Marty.
It's been quite an evening out here tonight. Some of the fans not being able to brave the elements and had to come inside.
And it's a Nevada Union ball.
It was short.
So with 5:05 to play, the offense comes back onto the field.
Now a long drive, run out the clock, and they can move on to next Saturday afternoon. Doesn't look like Bear River or Colfax will be in the game down at UOP. Manteca and Sonora looks like it'll come out on top for those two games.
One more strong drive here for the Miners, and that would just about cap it off. Up the middle. Big carry. First down again.
Big hole opened up.
And
that looks like Dennis Royal again.
It is Dennis Royal. Good to see him back in the game. And Jason Weathern comes back in. And he will spell Dennis Royal, and Josh Noxon also comes out of the game.
McCaslin's in the game now. There's Weathern
big
again.
hole. Weathern breaks through.
Go.
50, 40, out of bounds at the 37 of Napa.
Boy, every time they've handed the ball to him tonight, he's put his head down and just chewed up some big yardage.
And here comes the... And let's take a look at this one here, Marty.
There's that hole opened up over the right side. Big hole. And there he goes.
Weathern saying, give me the ball, I'll do something with it. And he did. And a lot of the regulars for Nevada Union have come off the field, perhaps for their final time as seniors. This will be their final game for the seniors at Hooper Stadium. And for a lot of them prior to the game, they realized that this would be the final time that they'd step on this turf. And Jason Weathern, who had come into the game a few moments ago with a totally clean jersey, has a pretty dirty one now. Clock running, 4:20 to go. Nevada Union leading 41-14. Chad Mason, having done a great job tonight, gives it to Etlin. Etlin, as he has done all night, drags tacklers with him. Inside the 30, and that'll be a third down.
Clock continues to run with 3:52 left. Okada comes into the game.
So Clint Okada, number 27, in motion.
Oh, they handed it off to him again, and he gets hogtied and thrown around like a rag doll and into the backfield.
And so that'll bring up a fourth down with 3:15 to go. The clock is running.
Carrying the ball for the Miners, number 27, Clayton Okada. Brings up fourth down.
Matroka comes in. Mason comes back in, and they bring with them Colin Casey, number 6. And a big fourth down play here. And this is Okada again.
Doesn't make the first down, so the ball will go on over.
And so Napa will take over with 2:45 to play. And Marty, what do the Indians do in this situation? 41-14. They're not going to make up 27 points in 2 hours and 45 seconds.
2 hours? 2 hours?
2 minutes and 45
2
seconds.
hours they might
make it in that.
They may be.
But it might get worse.
That's true.
Might get worse before it gets better. So I guess my question would be, do they say, let's call it a season, or do they go for it? So here we are, 2:45, 41-14. Napa comes into the game.
I got some help from the question you asked me. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
I just got a note handed to me that said, "Send up a smoke signal."
They've been scalped.
Yeah, they have.
Back to the wigwam.
So the Indians now will take over, 1st and 10 on their own. Looks like 42-yard line, 32-yard line.
Handoff mercifully up the middle. Short gain. We'd like to remind you that our executive producer director of tonight's program is Gilbert M. Dominguez. Assistant director and in charge of replay, the incomparable Brandon Duckett. Kyron operator, Jesse Williamson. Jim Adams and Marty Mortensen calling the action here on this 2nd down and 7 play. Busts up the middle for close to a 1st down, but will be a little bit short. And let's thank our camera operators. What a night they've put in the weather. R.C. Cameron, Grady Fike, Chris Glass, Ross Wisniewski, and Miles Everett. Guys, great job under adverse circumstances. Office manager is Patty Costa. And our post-production manager is Courtney Wilcox. Touchdown accounting is brought to you by Aero Business Solutions. Remote facilities brought to you by the Commander. And Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Stats, courtesy of MaxPreps.com. Check out our broadcast times at theunion.com and read about this contest in the Union newspaper. We are Touchdown Productions at 12059 Nevada City Highway in Grass Valley, 274-2206, or write us at feedback@touchdownproductions.com. Visit us on the web for complete shooting and broadcasting schedules, www.touchdownproductions.com. And we'd like to remind you that the NorCal Game of the Week has been underwritten by Liberty Motors. Gary Alkenbrack hopes you've enjoyed tonight's playoff telecast.
Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. The Hanson family salutes the dedication of all the student athletes.
Suburban Propane. Suburban Propane is everywhere they play football in the foothills.
Burke Home Loans. John Red Burke is a longtime supporter of minor football.
And so let's take a look at this 3rd and 1 here. Handoff up the middle and 1st down for the Napa Indians. Placer Title Company, Larry Ingersoll and Sally Vigil are more than proud to support the NU Miners.
Casey Wood Corporation. Mark and Kevin Casey, along with Brent Frazier, are happy to be a part of the Turf Committee.
Mike Bratton State Farm Insurance. Robin and Mike Bratton bleed blue and gold for their miners.
Gold and Green Equipment Rentals. The Olson family is a proud NU family.
1st and 10. Another handoff. Mercifully gets around the left side. A big gainer here, and finally is knocked out of bounds over on the far sideline by number 4, Steele Jantz. B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The Fowler family salutes the character of youth sports.
MBI Ready Mix and MBI Landscape. The MBI family is your friends and neighbors in the foothills.
So let's take a look at this 1st down play by Napa. 1:11 to go and the clock is running. Up the middle. A to Z Supply, Ace Hardware. Dan Weed is a longtime friend of Dave Humphers and the NU Miners.
Statewide Homes, the Murray family are miners through and through.
Premier Floor Coverings. Dan and Julie Grattan salute the NU Miner players and coaches on a great season.
Jerry Chan OD and Lisa Moon OD. Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon love to root for the NU Miner football team.
And here it is up the middle. Perhaps what will be the final play of the game. Plaza Tire and Auto Surface. Mark Hauser is proud to be the voice of Hooper Stadium. And on this night, in a cold and rainy Grass Valley, Nevada Union will prevail by a score of 41-14. Napa will not run another play, and it'll be on next. Well, they'll run one more. It'll be on next week for the Miners to either Granite Bay or Grant. There's your ball game right there. This is Jim Adams for Marty Mortensen and the entire Touchdown Productions crew, sharing with you that you've been watching exclusive coverage of the NorCal Game of the Week on the Touchdown Productions Radio Network. See you next week from Sacramento for the Sacramento Championship. Good night.